first image as the thumbnail. You remember? That's why it was so important that we.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Didn't I say I was going to push the button?
Hello.
Thought I heard myself say it. There we go. How's everybody?
Well, the Enterprise
Where the heck
has
is
a mouth.
Scott's Chuck?
I don't know. Thought you had it.
That starship's got a mouth on it.
Yep.
And eyes.
Oh, that's two bridges. That's redundant.
No, that's not as cool as redundant.
Oh, the redundant had two saucer sections. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Did it have one nacelle and two saucer sections?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm running late, guys. I'll be in within... What the...
Okay.
Within the hour. Okay.
Okay.
You
Underpowered?
heard
No.
that.
Yeah, the redundant was underpowered and over-engineered. I haven't seen that pipe dream since the 3062 Expo show.
So did I tell you guys that I always figured if I got in a fight with a bear or something, I would just shove my arm down its throat?
There you go.
Darn.
Yeah.
I remember telling somebody that, and they were like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. But anyway, read a news story. Guy got attacked by a grizzly. It bit him in the head and threw him down and climbed on him and started howling. And then it went down to get him again, and he shoved his arm down his throat, and it gagged and ran off.
Wow.
And did you make that up initially?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't
Wow.
really making it up. It was just planning because I'm kind of afraid of bears.
Well, I'm just saying you didn't learn it from him or anybody. It was a coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it
Louis.
was just last
that's,
week.
That's pretty wild. Hey, Louis. Good evening. Glad to see you here.
Hey, Louis. Who's Dad?
Darren, I got a question
I'm
for you.
Dad.
What set is that behind you?
It's my office.
Oh.
You really
But I-
don't know? You don't recognize it, Steve?
I thought it kind of looked like I Love Lucy.
No, it's Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Oh, that's why I don't watch
Seen
that
that
crap.
show.
See all the cereal boxes? He always had like a whole 2 cupboards of cereals.
I never watched that crap.
What do you mean that
Miss
crap?
Vicky says hi, guys.
Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Hi.
That's Timmy. He's a starship with a mouth
And eyes. Thank you.
and eyes. Yeah.
It's called a face, Steve.
Eyes
Risk
without a face?
is part of our job.
Look, Steve watches Star Trek Academy, and he calls Seinfeld crap.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, it's not as much crap. But Seinfeld is more crap. But I'm not.
Did you know Nerdrotic when YouTube did their premiere of that show on YouTube that Nerdrotic posted a live stream of a Spock action figure standing in his chair, and it got 4 times the amount of views that the official Star Trek one did. Anyway, I'm not going to give you a hard time all day over it.
Hey, well.
I'm being mean.
Seinfeld sucks.
I just haven't seen it in a
He
long
always-
time.
He always spoke well of you, Steve.
I know, but on the other hand, I am disappointed in the Starfleet Academy since you mentioned it.
80,000 pounds of gasoline and they're all smoking away. Okay, my earbuds are disconnecting and
rewatching The Witcher
reconnecting
because I
every
haven't seen-
5 minutes.
let Darren speak, please.
Oh, do they know what he did?
Go ahead, Darren.
said I'm rewatching The Witcher because I haven't seen the most recent season, but I heard disturbingly that they don't have attractive women in it anymore.
Well, no, it's been taken over by the feminists.
Here.
Hi, Joey.
He can't hear you. See what he did? He got a hold of the clippers. We had to buzz his hair. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys, but Joey wanted to come say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
There, you want to hear him say hi?
I thought you had some kind of filter on. Hello.
Yeah,
Hi.
You say hi?
Hi.
Joey got a hold of the buzzers. We had to buzz his hair. The rest now he's excited because he looks like Paul.
Looks like who?
He's
Like-
4
looks
and a
like
half.
Grandpa.
He'll be lucky to see 5.
Looks like
this
Grandpa.
guy not talking.
Yeah, that spaceship talking.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes I talk too much.
yeah. You say hi to Darren.
Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Hi,
Hi.
Darren.
Say
Hello.
hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Say hi, Timmy.
Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Now tell him all good night. Tell him it's good time.
I can't find Mom.
Say goodnight.
Say good
Good
night.
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 All right, bye. Sorry about that.
Goodness, I was a weird maybe a bratty kid, but even I didn't do that.
Do what? Oh, buzz your head?
Yeah.
Oh, now he's crying in there again. Now, I never got a hold of the clippers, too, when I was a kid. But it looks like I did now, don't I?
My mom hit me with a pool cue and knocked some hair out the top of my head.
Oh,
She didn't do it on purpose.
well, that's not very nice.
I punched Grandma in the face.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that was just like 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gets me is
Let Darren talk.
okay.
Sorry.
We were getting in the car and I was pulling my seatbelt out and it slipped and my hand just went back and smacked her in the face.
Oh, so I thought it was like something you did when you were 2.
No, I was 50.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Go ahead. Everybody's like talking over each other, so I'm trying.
That's what this is all about. I heard.
Yeah, but I happen to be because you complained that people talked over you, and then everybody's talking over Darren. I don't want him to feel that way.
I'm used to it. It's my life.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Steve. It's your turn.
How was that story?
I'd heard better.
It's not the same. Not the same.
No, I was going to say about hitting is I was not even a year old. My mother was carrying me, and she said I smacked her in the face. She held that over my head till the day she died. I'm like, get over it.
It's like your mom did the same thing. I was at the beach years ago, and there was a guy. He must have been the kid's grandpa, and he had this little girl, and he's holding, and she was just smacking him. He's like, "Stop it!" She's smacking him across. It was like the Little Rascals skit or something, you know. Remember that? I don't know if it was Spanky as a baby or that kid that kind of looked like Spanky that flew feet in the plane crash. What? Because I used to think that was Spanky too, but it was a different kid altogether.
I used to know his name, and I can't remember it. Was he before Spanky or after?
I think after, because I think Spanky had already grown up, not grown up, but he was already an older kid.
Yeah, I remember. Because it was amazing how much he looked just like Spanky.
He did. I mean, when I was little, like I said, I thought they were the same kid, but it was one of them. It was either a baby Spanky or it was that kid kept smacking the guy on the train, like the conductor.
A lot of those little rascals died young, and like that boy that was Froggy, he died. He got the blonde kid that talked like a frog.
Well, his parents for Christmas gave him a motor scooter.
Yeah,
and his friend and him were on the scooter, delivering papers, and they made a U-turn in front of a truck.
Killed
the truck hit him, and they flew off like into a yard, and Froggy didn't make it.
Yeah,
it's very sad because he was probably still on the show. I mean, he was very.
Was he like 16? I thought he was like 16 or 14.
Might have been, yeah. They said his voice, he did that because behind the scenes he would do a Popeye impression. Everybody loved it, and they just do your voice like that all the time.
Yeah.
But they said he was just the nicest kid. He was so nice. And Alfalfa was the opposite. I heard he's a son of a bitch.
He got in a fight or something and got killed or shot or something.
It was something over to do with leasing hunting dogs. And
I thought it was drugs.
One of the dogs got away, and there was a $50 reward for the dog, and some happened that. I don't know, something happened and he felt like the guy didn't deserve the $50 because the dog returned it. Something like that, and I think he ended up being a fight and he ended up stabbing him to death or something. And then the little kid we were talking about that looked like Spanky, he was in the military, and his mother was coming up to visit him. And before she got there, he had flew feet in a training plane accident.
Wow.
Wouldn't that's terrible. She's there to go all that way and get that news. That's awful. The worst of them, though, became Bretta.
Oh, Robert Blake.
Yeah.
If the bird got hurt, I don't want to hear about it.
What was his name? Cecil?
Yeah. I didn't watch the show.
Oh, I didn't either. I just remember the theme song. Don't comb your hair when you're next to a bear. Yeah. And Steve corrected me because I thought that was like a Barry White, like a manly black guy. Don't comb your hair when you're. And it was like Sammy Davis did that. And I'm like, bullshit. And then he played the theme, and it is. He's like, don't comb your hair when you're next to a bear. And I'm like,
Well,
that's not who I remembered.
Sammy Davis did a version of it too, but I don't think he did the actual theme. I don't think.
Oh, really? I thought he did. Tony, you're disconnected.
Yes, I know. I have to mute my mic when my earbuds disconnect and reconnect because I don't want it echoing. Anyhow, yes, that was Sammy Davis. That was more his style. The Candyman was not his style.
Yeah, but even when hearing the Sammy Davis, it still wasn't. It still sounded like Sammy Davis. It didn't sound like the Barry White that I remembered. So it was just didn't matter.
Yeah.
I watched the Cannon theme today again, where he's trying to get through everybody and getting on the elevator, and he gets stuck on the elevator because he's so fat, and that was funny. I like the music; it's so groovy. That's such a groovy theme with all the circles. Not that Cannon was one of the circles is Cannon.
Well, he's pretty circle.
I have to go diffuse a 4-year-old. I'll be right back.
All right, hurry back.
Transporter effect there.
Yeah, that was the '64 season. They had to put a rag over the lens for their transporter.
Now that plane's not going to fly right with all those big holes in the side.
Yeah,
That's
as long as
that
it don't
Hawaiian
go too
airline.
high.
Yeah.
That's that Hawaiian Airlines or whatever, that Aloha Airlines that
Yeah. Aloha. That was
landed as a convertible, but it didn't leave as a convertible. Everybody's hair was messed up and stuff.
Was it a Comet?
No,
no,
when a Comet,
737.
Yeah.
737.
I should have assumed it was Boeing.
Yeah, Boeing.
Well, no, it was rare for Boeing. That was before they got taken over by. Oh well, but the problem was Aloha Airlines. They were flying inter-island, and the average flight's like 20 minutes. So it had X number of flight hours on the plane, but within those flight hours, it had been pressurized and depressurized about 1 million times, and it just fatigued the joints between the panels, and it just blew off.
Well, the good news is since it was only a 20-minute flight, that means they didn't have to fly too far like that.
Yeah, but I think they did lose somebody out of this. Yeah,
What?
they did lose somebody. I think there was one stewardess they were able to grab hold of and keep her from flying out, but I think somebody else flew out.
Goodness. We, Wendy and I, we paid extra to pre-book a seat. And I'm not sure there's a window on the seats, but it says 2 seats together without a third seat. And it's like the very back of the plane next to the bathroom. Because it's a night flight. And I'm like, I don't really need a window. And to me, it's more important not to have to crawl over people with my little peanut bladder.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seemed like a better... but she booked the same seat for the trip home, and that's a day flight, so that hopefully there's a window, but if not, oh well.
I don't think they have any seats that aren't next to a window. I've never seen that.
Well, Darren and I, we were flying from. I guess it's when we dropped off the Mercury in Missouri, and we flew out of St. Louis and had a connection in Chicago, and so Darren had the window, and we made a deal. Darren would have the window from St. Louis to Chicago, and then I'd have the window from Chicago to Jacksonville. So when we switched planes in Chicago, we had the very back thing that was by the engine, next to the tail, and there wasn't a window. And Darren goes, "Well, there's your window seat." So.
Those windows are so crappy, it's barely worth looking at them anyway.
What? The
plane windows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all scratchy and foggy. I have taken some good pictures from plain windows. Not, it just kind of depends.
I bought some pink stuff, cleaning paste. It works really well. Cleaned off the burnt in stuff on the stovetop. Maybe you could bring some with you and clean the windows, see if it can polish them.
There you go. Probably from all the people licking the windows.
Mhm.
I think that was Iran. There was a mosque with lucky windows and people were licking it to avoid COVID.
I guess it turns out you didn't get COVID from licking stuff anyway. It was like total airborne stuff.
Yeah.
But that is funny. The church at my grandma's, there was a window at my grandma's church that she went to, and I guess a dove flew into the window, and it made an imprint of itself in the window, and they just kept it. I think that's where John Denver funeral was, wasn't it?
Really?
I believe so.
In Parker?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, it surprised me. I thought it would be in Evergreen or something, but no, it was Parker. I guess maybe that's where some of his family lived.
Huh. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, that's sad. That was we talked about people, like celebrities who you took that kind of took hard. And that's I guess that would have been maybe, yeah.
Yeah, good old Chuck Negron passed away yesterday.
Yeah,
Dennis used to play his stuff. Actually, he used to play his post Three Dog Night stuff.
yeah, that's sad.
Who did?
Chuck Negron, he was with Three Dog Night. And he got fired because of his drug problem was that bad. And he managed to eventually beat it, and then he wrote songs about it.
Yeah, he had a book, a popular book, and on the cover, his face is all beat up on the cover.
Yeah.
He's a guy I would have liked to have corresponded or met. He seemed like he was a cool guy. He kind of, when he got older, he looked Italian or something, or Mexican. It's like he changed. Like I never would have recognized him. Because he was in the 60s and 70s, he was a real tall, skinny guy with long hair and a big mustache. But yeah, it was tough with John Denver. I remember turning on the TV after getting the news, and that they were playing him playing Annie's song. It was, I think it was more sad for Mom.
Yeah.
Because, oh yeah, she cried. I mean, he was her favorite, and they were born on the same day and everything. And just like a year before he floofied, for Mother's Day, I took Mom to an outdoor. They had this thing called Metro Park on the river in Jacksonville, and he did a concert with a symphony, and I took her to that. That's the only time I saw him. Put on a good show.
I think I went to that.
Did you? You might have been there, yeah. I think, and you might have told me or something that you'd heard that after the show, he was just walking around the grounds picking up litter and cussing. I don't know if he was cussing, but he was frustrated that people had dropped all their. He probably would have hated Woodstock.
There's people that lie and pretend they were at Woodstock, and people that wish they could have gone to Woodstock. Like, nope, no, thank you.
If I want to roll around the mud, I've got it in my backyard. I don't have to do it mixed with poo like they did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it wasn't all mud.
Yeah. That's nasty. I mean, I look at pictures and it just looks nasty. It looks like, I don't know what it is. That's just everybody's on drugs, so they were, and that was when they were new to drugs, so they were still feeling good with the drugs. Well, that guy that wrote in Chewy, Darren, he played Woodstock. So in his book, he talked about it. Everyone said it's so glamorous. He says, hell, it was. He said it was just dark and it was rainy. He said the stage was huge. He remembers that, but he said it wasn't magic at all. Just, but he's a grouch. I don't think I'd ever heard him say anything nice about anything. But yeah, he wasn't very impressed with it. And he slipped in the mud and had white pants on.
Mm.
And he said it.
I think that was just an excuse.
You think? Well, it was on his front side, so. I guess that's if you poop yourself, you could just like fall in the mud. Oh, I fell in the mud.
Yeah.
So there
When
you
you,
go.
like,
You had
spill water
had
on
it.
your-
Go ahead.
Oh, when you spill water on the crotch of your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump in the pool. Yeah. So Darren, you had a Grammy Award winner, multiple number one song, Woodstock playing guy in Chewy.
With no brakes.
I didn't tell
Yeah.
him about that.
It had brakes when I gave it to you.
It was a good truck. The thing is I went to this place at the end of Nassauville, and I was prepping the truck for the trip, and so I got new brakes put on, and then the brakes just broke. It was nothing, and I had like towed there or something, and they fixed it, and I also had the AC fixed, and had it all going. Everything was just as it should be. And I was on 95 headed out there to see them. And that's when the AC stopped. And then, so I was embarrassed. We were having to go around, going to dinner and everything with the windows down and having a heat stroke. And then, so when I drove him that hour and a half ride to Miami, that's when I realized we were on the highway. That's when I realized the brakes were going out. I didn't tell him. And then when I think after I dropped him off, I checked, and those bastards didn't put the brake reservoir on the top. They didn't secure it. And I felt like, well, I probably should have checked, but why should I have checked? I just paid them $1,000 to fix my brakes. Why should I have to check to make sure they put everything on, And then I was going through downtown Jacksonville and it overheated and broke down. It's all minor stuff, but I was pissed more at them at the garage. It was their fault, because I paid them all that money to fix it and they didn't. And I think at that time I'm just like, you know what? I think I'd like a pickup truck because I'm always having to put fence panels and stuff over the leather seats and all that. And I just figured I was better suited for a pickup. But no, it was a great truck. I drove it to Missouri, and it was wonderful.
What mechanic? So I know who to avoid.
Oh, it was Conwell. They were called Conwell. It was an orange and white building right at the end of Nassauville on the other side of the street. But it's a different name, so they probably went out of business from being incompetent.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is now. They were nice. They would pick me up and drop me off at the house and stuff, but they just weren't good,
And that's what people say about me at work.
He's nice, but isn't good.
I'm less good than I used to be.
A coworker asked me a couple days ago. He's like, "Can you make some a little icon for a tile floor?" I said, "I can do it, but if you replace it with AI, I'm going to be pissed, like they did last time." So he wasn't aware of the situation. I explained it to him. So.
Mm-hmm.
The AI I had, they wanted I made a little robot for their AI tool. I did just the specs they wanted and everything else. And then they were like, they replaced it with AI slop, and it looks like some sperm. It looks like a bunch of sperm.
I have a story about sperm.
Oh yeah.
No, not really.
I was kind of hoping to make this more porn oriented. This show. So
Yeah, there you go. Now wait till we get on Rumble or Odyssey.
yeah.
No,
I was
it was
gonna
my.
say, my OnlyFans site, where it's basically I just do pictures of my feet. Used to do all right. I had a subscriber, but whoever it was didn't renew. That was a putt joke.
Oh, was it?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Well, now it's funny in a different way.
Yeah.
Oh,
I miss our putt. I miss our Gottschalk. I miss our Steve. Where the hell is everybody?
Well, Steve's dealing with a four. I don't know if the 4-year-old's still 4 years old. He's been 4 years old for about 4 years.
What is he reading him a bedtime story? What the heck?
I don't know, or knocking him around, or chucking him out the window.
Now Darren's gone.
Yep. Walked off into the sunset. See, there you go. Just walk around with wheels while you're in swim trunks. That makes sense. Set up professional audio and audio settings. Why the hell would I want to do that? Helpful little messages that come up. And there's a Boeing 34. No, that's a Merton. There's
There
Steve.
you are. You thought you
That-
fell in.
It's not easy dealing with a 4-year-old.
Just whack him around a few times.
Don't tempt me. I was telling Vicky, I says, we're too old for this shit. We should
Well,
be
duh.
retired.
Well, yeah, you're. The parenthood thing is supposed to be people that are like 15 or 16. Not
No,
like.
not really.
Six-
But
Okay, 17.
my mom was 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my mom's birthday on Sunday. 110. Now,
What?
what?
110 what?
Years.
110, what do you damn think? Then her birthday.
I am not knowing.
Okay, you know what a birthday is, right? Okay. My mom was born in 1916. 1916.
Oh.
It is now 2026.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about Mother's birthday.
Oh, okay. That's why I kind of use the phrase my mom's birthday.
Oh.
Anyhow,
but
they say...
You gotta be more clear with me. Like, are you
Oh, okay.
listening?
But they say, you know, when a girl baby is born, she already has all her eggs already formed inside her, you know, where they all go, little carton in there. So the egg that I came from was formed over 110 years ago.
Wow. They keep eggs in cider? That's going to make the cider taste bad.
Yeah.
Apple cider.
Sit on that egg. Hey, my dad once told me.
Get out.
He said, "You know what a virgin is?" And I said, "What?" He says, "An ugly fourth grader." And I was like 17. I'm like, "Thanks, Dad."
Oh, my
No.
God. That's just nasty.
Yeah.
It's not even a dad joke. I don't know where that came from.
Did your dad really say that? Or
Yeah, he said that.
what a good role. Was he like Ward Cleaver? You know, Beaver.
You know what you're named after, don't you, Beaver? What if? Because they said that they named him Beaver because Wally, when he was a kid, kept calling him like Beaver or something. That was his
Yeah, he couldn't pronounce Theodore.
Theodore.
Yeah.
It's a good. What if he'd have called him Butthole? You know, leave it to
Yeah.
Butthole. You know, leave it to asshole.
What I want to know is how does he get Beaver out of Theodore?
Leave it to sphincter.
It's good that you're on the butthole, baby.
Those are
Kiana had a
lawyers.
go ahead. Kiana had a hard time pronouncing Boomer, the dog, when she was
Oh.
little, so she called her Boner.
Oh, okay.
We were going through the
Darn.
grocery store one day, and she starts singing, "Daddy loves Boner." Don't sing that.
She sings it louder and louder every time you tell her not to.
Oh,
Well, that's why every Southern dude named Bubba got his name from it, because they were the older kid, and then the younger kid couldn't say the word brother.
Oh, that's why Randy and Josh, they both called each other Bubba. I never could
Yeah.
figure that out.
Yeah, it's
The guy
usually
that we worked, the guy that Darren and I worked for, that looked like Dick Van Patten. He had a little grandson that would come over, and he called him Leroy, but that was just a nickname. And oh, Leroy! And some guy was over, a contractor, or somebody was over at his house, and he kept saying that. And I told the contractor, I said his name isn't really Leroy, and he's like, oh, he's like relieved.
Well, Steve, on his News of the Word, he had a guy named John Smith.
no, that was YouTube's Got Talent. That's right.
But
We have the James Page.
imagine if your name is Smith. Don't name your kid. I mean, well, do name your kid John, especially if he looks like he's going to grow up to be a criminal.
And you got to give him a middle Wayne for a middle name.
That's true, John Wayne Smith.
I was telling Kiana that. I said 50% of all serial killers are named John Wayne, such and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I started the intermittent fasting?
Is it working?
Yeah. I decided to do 16 hours. So I only eat between noon and 6.
Ah.
And 2 days into it, I realized that math is hard, and that was 18 hours. But
Yeah.
I decided to stick with it.
Yeah, stick with it. I mean, I saw a huge difference.
Yeah.
Doing
Yeah, I
that.
tried that, but I couldn't really eat for 16 hours straight.
Yeah. Well, I could. I can't stay awake for 16 hours straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? So how's the weather there, Steve?
It's 50 degrees.
It was very cold. I posted on the Face Album book a picture. Well, let me post it here, and I'll show it to you. I'll have to. Uh, hang on. I'll find it. I have to download it.
82 here.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to that 80-degree weather again.
I'm not.
I'm happy. Mid 70s, I'd be totally happy.
Well, I can't do the mud pit unless it's in the 80s. So,
Ah.
so let me I'm going to show you a picture. Where are those pictures I was supposed to see this week?
Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Kendra. I don't know.
Hi, Kendra.
So this is what I woke up to the other day.
Oh, God.
What's
You
that?
know that it's my hose. I dripped it overnight, and then it just had a frozen waterfall and a big ice rink under it. And there were
Stalagmite.
like frogs and crickets slipping and sliding. So I decided what I'm going to do is go out and finally try to undo that hose from the spigot because it's been fused onto it for years and years. So I had the two channel locks. I'm trying to do it, and I broke the pipe.
Yeah.
So it's spraying out water. So I turned off the water, and fortunately, I was able to pull the little PVC out with some needle nose, so I didn't have to go under the house. I went to Lowe's and got the connection and the spigot and the glue and I put it all together that night. This was last night, and then I had the water off to the house until about 10 this morning and turned it on. And I was way out at the well pump at the other end of the yard. And as soon as I turned the water on, I hear from the house, and I'm like, I hope that spigot was in the open position when I installed it, and that it's not coming out of the wall or something. But no, it was fine.
I had when I was rushing around trying to get my house sold this last spring, my backflow valve for the sprinklers started leaking, or it started spraying. And so I went and I bought a new one, or I bought guts for it, rebuilt it, sweated everything together. It's been a long time since I've done that, so it was pretty messy, and I was happy. But I got it together, turned the water on, and I was expecting it to run for a second and then build up the pressure and stop, but it just kept going. And Kiana was inside, and she came out yelling, "Turn it off, turn it off." And I had a whole house water filter that when I turned the water back on, it busted and was like Niagara Falls in the basement.
Oh,
So that was fun. So then I went and got a replacement housing for the filter and put it on and turned the water back on, and it started spraying everywhere. It was still leaking. So I just got depressed, turned the water off, went to bed. And the next morning I woke up and I'm like, well, damn it, I better go look at it. So I went down and looked at it, and there's an O-ring sitting right in the middle of the basement floor. I'm like, oh. So I missed that. So I put that on the filter, and then it worked.
there you go.
That's why they call it an O-ring, because when you see it on the floor, you go, oh.
I was surprised there wasn't one to begin with. But
Hey, Steve,
Hey, what?
what are you doing?
Daddy loves boner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that what you were doing the last 10 minutes?
yeah,
Yes.
Daddy loves boner.
there was a scary one. She was still sitting in the basket that size, and we were going through the grocery store, and she started saying, "It's too late. It's too late. It's too late." And I'm like, "Whoa, does this come some kind of prophecy thing?" Then she says, "Too late for love." I'm like, oh, she's singing Def Leppard.
Oh, I
good.
thought she was going to say, it's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling.
Yeah.
It takes a while to do these AI voices for some reason.
It's
Well, they have to
because
get the
it's
devil to
busy
come up
snatching
and-
it's snatching a piece of your soul, Steve. That's why.
Yeah. And the devil's busy. He's got
I don't think the devil's ever had this much success.
I think YouTube's more evil than AI so far, at least.
You can do it like this. I don't know if you'd hear it. You can go like. Wait,
Oh, most 90% of YouTube is AI.
wait here. Wait, see what this goes through. Listen.
I am not the devil. Fuck off.
Probably didn't hear that.
I heard it.
No. They got some sexy voices on here too.
My name is Jessica.
Good for you.
That's not sexy. I heard it's like what, AI with a vocal fry. What the?
It's not supposed to be a sexy voice.
I think vocal fry is the most cringy, unsexy thing I could possibly imagine.
Hey, my name is Laura.
Yeah. I did have a sexy voice on here because, well, maybe not a sexy voice, but like this one. I always
If you need a refill on your coffee,
I always thought that one was a sexy voice.
It sounds like a freaking robot.
Oh. That laugh wasn't an AI. That was an old granny looking at a mirror in a fun place. Found it
I'd
all.
rather hear an old granny than AI.
Yeah, well.
the Steve Jarrett Morning Show.
Yeah, see? Well, gotta have other voices other than my own. It'd be kind of stupid if I did my own, sweepers. If you need a refill on your coffee, now's the time to get it.
I told you I'd do sweepers for you, you bastard.
You're the bastard.
Well, for offering to help you.
My fellow Americans,
Yeah.
I was really close. I even downloaded it, the Oval Office picture background.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I had it once. Nobody appreciated it, so I didn't keep it.
Problem
Somebody
is, you
said-
got a real close up to make it look like you're sitting at the desk,
No.
but then it's hard to tell what it is.
Yeah.
Now, does it look like I'm really sitting on the bridge?
Well, you are, aren't you?
'Cause, yeah, I am, because it looks like, I could be at one of the stations on the this side of the bridge, because there is a station at this position.
Yeah, I've got. I think it'll be in the next Precious Moments. I've got the one where you tried to walk to the other side of the bridge and like knocking things over.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty dang funny.
I can't do that now. I'm wearing shorts now. That would look kind of funny. We don't need to
Yeah,
see that.
it looked funny then. Funny enough.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was trying to see. Because here's my window right here. It's amazing what technology is. It's a curtain. See my handle disappear behind it.
I remember when your hand disappeared behind Jane Curtin. She smacked you.
Change your hand. No, I was trying to give Chris Pine some raspberries on one of them.
Belly farts.
Yeah, belly farts.
Taylor Swift will sue your ass if you give her a belly fart.
Really?
Who?
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Who?
No,
Who?
DJ and Taylor Swift. She's like a dancer or something.
Oh. Well, you can't use her likeness? Is that what who was that I said there was... Matthew McConaughey trying to copyright or patent his likeness and all that stuff to avoid AI. Like I say, it's probably a good idea, too.
Yeah, McConaughey.
Yeah. Hey, we're McConaughey.
No, I was thinking of the Blues Brothers song.
Oh.
I watched this content creator woman, and she was talking the other day about how much she hates Matt Damon, and she says his face looks like when you had like a doll and you press the face in the middle. I just broke out laughing when she said. She's normally like real kind of racist.
Who's that?
Who?
I don't remember her name, but she pops up on my YouTube recommended list once in a while. She's a pretty white chick.
Pretty White Chick.
Yeah, she's very.
What's the name of a movie? Pretty White Chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very. I don't know.
I want to this. Oh, go ahead.
No, that's all I had.
Timmy, you actually did one of my favorite morning show sweepers of all time. It was this one.
Hi, everybody. This is the Steve Jarrett Morning Show with Steve Jarrett.
That was my dinosaur.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I did one for you and you never used it.
What?
It was you're listening to the Steve Jarrett Morning Show, where every show's better than the next.
Where is that? I never
I've heard
deleted
it.
it.
I've heard it.
He's played it?
Nobody gets that though.
I know. You have to think about it.
Yeah.
They don't think about it. Because I do
people
that at
don't
work.
think.
And they're like, "How you doing?" "Oh, each day's better than the next." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice."
I think something that makes me laugh once in a while. We were in Darren's house, the one where we wrote Star Trip, and my grandma was in there, and I don't know, for some reason you were getting some glasses out of your cabinet. She's like, "Oh, that's it. Those are pretty glasses." He's like, "Yeah, I used to have like a whole set of 20 of them, but they all broke." And she's like, "Oh, that's awful." And he's like, "No, they broke over the years. It's not like," and you started doing the windmill thing. You're like just throwing them all down. It's like, no, I didn't just like go nuts to start. It just made me laugh.
I do that now though.
Oh,
I'd be washing dishes and my hands will just flip out and I'll drop something. And I dropped one of my bowls on one of my plates and broke both of them.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm so old. I remember there was this gas station we always went to, and with a fill up, they would hand out coffee cups, like ceramic, coffee mugs and
Oh,
little
yeah.
saucers. And we ended up getting a whole set. And this was this is right before the 73 gas crisis. And that killed all that stuff. And
You know what I missed the
I
most?
had those cups all the way to the end of when I lived in Hawaii. I wish I'd have kept a lot of shit, but oh well.
Yeah.
You know what I missed the most from the olden days?
Sex.
No, even more than that, free compressed air at
Yeah.
gas stations.
Hess used to do
Mostly-
that for a while after everyone else.
Mostly because it worked.
Yeah,
It wasn't-
the
it
stuff
wasn't a
you
little
put coins in.
ratchet.
Stuff you put coins in had 5 psi. You had to wait like an hour to get anything else. But the free ones are like fill your. Oh, now you can just. Every car, all my cars, I got. When you sticking a sig plug and it airs up the tire, but the little compressors. But back to talking about breaking dishes. So the pitcher that I take outdoors with me on the weekends that I put the iced tea in, it's a big plastic pitcher. And the nose of it, the little spout part is chipped. So that it's chipped just in that spot, which means when I pour it, if it's not just right, it just goes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of like trying to pee when your hole's kind of stuck together and it kind of goes everywhere. Well, it's kind of like that. And then I was in the kitchen and I was thinking, this is just the other day, I was thinking, yeah, how did that happen? Oh, I'm like, I dropped it on the kitchen floor. I remember it. See, if I'd have had a glass pitcher, I wouldn't have had to worry about this. And I'm like, well, that would have been worse, wouldn't it?
No, because then you'd have a new one that didn't spill.
That is true. I've got 2 glass pitchers now. I'm trying to replace everything that I had that was plastic with either glass or wood. Because it's only like the last year or so I've been hearing about microplastics and stuff. So now I'm trying to get away from microplastics by just avoiding plastics.
Well,
as
then
much
you
as
get really
possible.
big plastics.
Yeah, because then you don't accidentally swallow them.
Yeah.
Look, this is airplane food.
And smiling flight attendants, stewardesses.
Well, that
Let's
stew
see
looks
that.
like she's about 16. I don't know what's going on there. This might have been the flight to the Horseshack Island.
Oh, the Epstein Island. That's the Polar Express, that plane that would go to the Epstein Island.
Yeah. I like calling it Horseshack Island because it makes people, huh?
Rorschach.
Because from Welcome Back, Cotter.
I never watched it. I did see the theme, which is depressing as all heck. It's like, it looks like Haiti or something. I guess it's New York or something, but it's just like it's got like chickens hanging from clotheslines, and it's just all this. It's so nasty.
That was part of the purge. Because all at once, all of them suddenly decided they needed to get rid of all the rural shows and the wholesome stuff and just have urban.
Yeah, Norman Lear stuff. Yeah, Liddy, I think, said it was because of one of the executives' wives
Yeah.
didn't like the anything with a picket fence. That was in 71, the middle of the 71 year. So that's why so many shows, Mayberry, RFD, and all those Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, they lasted through 71, and that was it.
Yep.
Then it was all ugly shows. Good Times. That they lived in Caprini Green, for God's sake. The Candy Man.
Yep, bad times.
Yep. I am going to have to get new earbuds. These things have disconnected and then reconnected about a dozen times already.
Sounds like my internet radio show. Oh, sorry.
Because they're Bluetooth, and then they should, I'm sitting right next to the computer. I'm not across the room. But every time everybody stops talking, and I look, you see me looking around, wondering if everybody just stopped talking or if my earbuds crapped out. And then if the earbuds crapped out, then it switches to speakers, which means I got to, quick as a bunny, mute my microphone so it doesn't echo through the OBS.
Bluetooth was invented in a Scandinavian country, and they named it after a Viking, I believe.
Well, must have been like Hagar the Horrible, the fat Viking.
No, I think his name was something like Bluetooth.
No, when I worked with Donald Douglas, they had some DC9 or MD80s going together for the Swedish airline, I think. And every plane on the nose of it said Snore Viking, Snorre. And it wasn't just the name of one plane. It was like a bunch of different ones, and they all said Snore Viking. So I just had this mental image of Hagar the Horrible leaning against the plane, just...
Boy, Lucy could snore like a Viking.
Nobody remembers Hagar or however they fucking pronounce it. Oh, here we go again!
Get the Sunday paper. That was a long time ago, the Sunday bunnies. Anyway, so Steve, what are you doing?
Listening.
Patiently.
So I released a new song yesterday. It's song number 10 for the new album. It's almost done now.
Yeah.
I'm working on number 11.
Dash go to 11.
Yeah. How many does that make, you say?
It's going to be 12 when it's done. So
you got to do a bonus track.
Yeah, because I'm working on number 11 now. And then when it's done, it'll be a wild card because that's kind of part of the fun of it. It's like, what song's going to be number 12? What?
You know what I wish people would do with albums when they're recording them is keep the outtakes and put those, because people want to hear bloopers and fuck-ups.
I don't.
I do. You get used to hearing a song for years and years, and it's like, I bet they fucked that line up a few times, and you never know.
Well, I wonder how REM did It's the End of the World as we know it, and I Feel Fine. You couldn't just sit there and sing all those damn lyrics. It must have been either been just assembled like a damn picture puzzle.
Yeah.
It's probably assembled. I don't like those kind of bloopers.
Oh, I do.
It's like Paul Van Scott said, see, here's some hilarious, I don't know if they were I Dream of Genius, it's bloopers. And it was just people flubbing their lines.
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean,
It just shows
to me,
that
a
they're
blooper is
human.
somebody slipping and falling, or somebody maybe saying the wrong line, but saying it such a funny way that it makes it just somebody not doing their line. That's not funny at all to me.
Well, it's because actor bloopers are a lot funnier than like pilot bloopers.
Yeah, that's true.
At least they're more interesting.
They call those crashes.
Yeah. Now, what was that animated movie from like the 80s, maybe the 90s, where they put bloopers at the end and they animated the bloopers?
Oh, I saw it. Who did that? That was funny.
I'm thinking Toy Story, but maybe not.
The Incredibles did it. I know that.
Yeah, because like Mr. Potato Head's nose fell off, and it was Don Rickles voicing him, and he'd be talking, and then the nose would fall off again. God damn it, or whatever.
It's interesting that the Mr. Potato Head has one more piece than the Miss Potato Head.
Uh-huh.
The problem with cartoon bloopers is we basically have to plan it, and
of course,
because it takes so long to animate that there's no room for bloopers.
Yeah.
There are some happy accidents and funny accidents, like Saturday, Terry's climbing up a mountain, and then he's climbing up probably 15 feet, and then he's like, and it falls off. That was an accident, and I just left it in. There was one from the big TV where Tracy Trell's doing a car commercial, and she's driving a convertible down the highway, and you're seeing like a top-down view. I placed her in the picture, and she ended up being in the back seat of the car. with like no driver. It was so funny. I didn't leave it there like that, but there's funny little things that happen. I guess it would be kind of funny having Transforma bloopers. People would probably like that. I'd have to do it for the Patreon if I ever do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because some bloopers include cast members playing tricks on each other. Friends was popular for doing that. Matthew Perry and all them they do. You know.
Well, the best one was the Soupy Sales one, where he answers the door.
Oops. Oh my God! Yeah, that's so great. Oh, and there's a clip on there that shows another camera angle and shows the boobs. That's funny. You guys seen that? I know Tony has. Soupy Sales.
I know who Soupy Sales is.
It's a blooper from back in that day. I guess they did some kind of thing where he would pretend to answer the door and get a letter or something but this time they decided to surprise Soupy and have a naked girl behind the door and surprised him live and that show was live, I think. But they didn't show the boobs part. That was they had a video camera that was, I guess back then it would be a movie camera or something.
Movie camera. Yeah, they might not have been live. It may have been filmed because if they had two cameras. Switching two cameras is kind of a pain in the ass.
And Lewis says, "I'm fine, Mr. Steve. Please, how are you and your family coming on?"
I'm doing good.
Well, he's had to throw a few of them out the window, but otherwise.
Yeah.
Even want a 4-year-old, maybe a 9-year-old too. We'll give him both. It doesn't have to be a good home, just a home.
He's been 4 years old for like 4 years now.
Really? He'll be 5 in July or June. July.
And Lewis is going to driving school to like drive a forklift or delivery truck. He's trying to get a commercial driver's license.
Cool.
Steve, Lewis, that's what Steve did for a living.
Yeah, what the
went to driving
Steve doesn't know what he did for a living.
Oh yeah, I did what? I did so many different things. I was a hooker once.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, Steve drove a semi truck and a bus and everything else. If Steve can do it, you can definitely do it.
Oh yeah, if they let me have a CDL, they'll let anybody. I even was an instructor at truck driving school for a while too.
Truck masters, huh?
Yeah, and I did pretty good. And I'm bragging about this. The school when I took over the lead on the backing range, all the scores came up, and I'm bragging because it's a good thing.
Cool. Can you move out here and teach these jackasses how to fucking drive?
My specialty was teaching them how to back a truck, big semi.
How about just driving forward and going around corners?
Driving forward's the hard part.
Going around the corner without taking out the damn light pole. We're on our like fourth light pole, and there's this huge UPS facility that I go by, and I swear they're on their third or fourth light pole just since I've been here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah, it gets me. I don't know if you can see this, but you get these new students in the truck, and I'm guilty of this too. When I first started, the truck is very intimidating to people, and we're teaching straight line backing, and they'll get in here like they just be doing all this stuff with the steering wheel, and all you need is just a little correction of the steering wheel. It's just so funny, but the truck can be intimidating if you're not used to it.
And they'd be trying to back, and Steve would be like, boom, he tried. Did that cut out?
Just carry a little bit. Just carry a paper bag around with you and just have it.
Yeah, so basically, I was saying you shout boo or something like that when they're doing the real quick.
No, I did. One of them was backing up at once, and I was outside, and they're backing slow, so I went to the side of the truck and just boom on the side of it, and they freaked out.
Oh my gosh, Darren! One time we were driving in his van. And he starts changing lanes, and he's like, "Oh shit! I didn't see that motorcycle!" And he hit his door with his hand, or something like that. And it was so funny. And then, so when we were in Colorado, a short time later, we were in the van, and Travis, our friend Travis, our kind of half friend Travis, and our friend Jack were in the back seats. We had just gone bowling, and we were in a parking lot, and we were leaving. And before they got in the car, I said, "Hey, Darren, I want to do that thing that you did with knocking on the door and scare them in the back seat." And you're like, okay, so we're going down the road, and I said, watch out for that motorcycle. Boom. And there's like, God damn it. He's like, the worst thing is he warned me that he was going to do it. And they were laughing. They were just rolling on the floor back there. It was so funny.
Oh, that's good.
Lou said, wow, good sure. I know you must be a very good driver. I wish I could learn more from you.
Oh, me or whoever?
Yeah. Well, who else would he be talking to?
Well, you're a good
I'm
driver.
not a good driver. I'm not a commercial driver.
I'm an
I did
excellent
get
driver.
I did get a, they call it a chauffeur's license.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Yeah, I did get that. I had to take the test for it. I can't remember what for. I was going to drive a truck or something. I don't know if I ever even used it.
Now, I can say, and I've been bragging, and everybody's allowed to pat themselves on the back. I've been a professional driver for 40 years, in some aspects or another, accident and ticket free.
Good. Just jinxed yourself.
Nice.
I've been telling people that in the Uber, just calm down. This driving is not erratic like you think it is. No,
There's demons all around us all the time, and as soon as you brag, it lets them in.
well, it's not an AI demon, for fuck's sake.
Now, I've gotten tickets. But the most recent one was over 20 years ago.
I got stopped for speeding last summer going on the way to Judy's. I didn't even leave State Road 200. I was around Wildlight and got pulled over for speeding.
Shame
But he saw that my I had a perfect record, and he didn't want to ruin my perfect record, so he gave me a warning. So that
Isn't
was
there
nice.
a song called "Don't Get Stopped in Beverly Hills" or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh, there was.
The night that I got stopped in Georgia.
There you go.
I don't know if I would have liked that or not. I loved bowling when I was a little kid. I might have liked that. I liked anything bowling.
You butthole.
Yeah, that would have been fun for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, as Tony say, seconds of fun.
Yeah, it's okay. There's a song.
The slinky, seconds of fun.
There's a song by Shalimar called "Don't Get Stopped in Beverly Hills."
Ah.
It almost looks like Rob when he turned into a bowling ball. I never really thought about having him a bowling ball with feet, but
Black-headed kike. It's
What?
CAIQUE.
Oh.
Cake. I don't know how to pronounce it. But they're cute, weird little solid. They're like birds and they're like parrots, but they don't have blended colors. They're like solid. So it looks like they're wearing pants and whatever, but they're just like little birds like mine, but they hop. And so they're just hopping around the place. It's funny.
Oh, I've seen the video, I think. Yeah, that's one of those birds there. And where's Gottschalk? It's been over an hour now.
He's not here.
He said he was going to be here within an hour before we started the show.
I used to
Within
bowl.
the hour, he said, which is
He didn't say which hour.
yeah.
Early in my programming career, we worked in a kind of like where our office was a building in a strip mall, basically, more or less. And like a block away was a bowling alley. So we started going over there and bowling for lunch once a week.
Bowling for lunch.
Wasn't that a
Bowling for
TV show? Fred Brodsky hosted it.
Yeah. Welcome to Bowling for Lunch.
That bowling ball. It's my wife.
Tony came up with something the other day on the morning show. I just died laughing. I always look for a parody for "I Want to Know What Love Is," and he just, "I want to know when lunch is." I'm like, that's perfect.
No, because what had happened is you kind of loved it a little, and you almost said lunch instead of love.
Oh,
and then I just put it together.
I want to know when lunch is.
Well, there's actually a. Before I get to that, remind you, but Darren used to love Jay Giles, and they had a song on one of their albums called "No Anchovies, Please," and it was just a weird like cocaine fueled story, like a narrator, and it's had something like a mad scientist or something. And at the very end, he's watching Bowling for Dollars, and then he's watching. He's like, oh my God, that bowling ball, it's my wife. I don't know. And the moral of the story is, when you get a pizza, make sure to say no anchovies, please. Because I don't know I don't, it's,
That was a pretty good album, though.
which one was it? Freeze Frame?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I think it could have been Love Stinks. I think it was Freeze Frame.
Which one is the one that had the painted hand that we would in the den under the low lights, if you jiggled the album cover with the lyrics, if they would move different from the hand?
I think that was the Freeze
It's
Frame.
whatever had centerfold, because remember they covered themselves with paint in the video.
Yeah.
There's also Jay Gow's band song called "Piss on the Wall."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one Darren played a lot. He played those albums over and over.
They were good.
Yeah.
River Blindness is their best song.
I thought you'd say you remember when, because you played that 1,000 times over and over.
I got
That one's
River
good,
Blindness
too.
here. I'd play, but we get a copyright strike.
I played River Blindness on the first or second Fun Hour because I played it for Darren, but he never really listened to the shows anyway. So I ended up, when I remastered them, I took all the requests out because it's supposed to be all 60 songs.
Yeah.
So, but it was either River Blindness or 1,000 Psychic Wars. It was one of the two.
I haven't listened to that song in a long time.
That's a good song. That was from that was Blois Cola. It was from Heavy Metal. Anyway, I want to know what love is. Here's my rock and roll story of the day. If Steve pays attention.
Yeah, I'm here.
I know you're here.
Yeah.
You have to look, Steve.
Yeah.
We
There
can't
you
always
go.
be staring at the camera.
No.
And you can't always not be staring
Except
at the
for him.
camera either. I'm not yelling at you, Steve. Tony is.
Oh, okay. That's
Anyway, if you've seen the video for I Want to Know What Love Is,
no.
well, they got a black choir singing. And then you've got, it kind of starts out with Mick Jones and Lou Gramm meeting them and shaking hands and stuff. So I guess a lot of that was real. But what happened is the foreigner's lawyer had another client, and it was a New Jersey Christian choir. And they were looking for a choir or something for a song, and he's like, well, why don't you have these people? They're a client of mine. So they never met or anything, but the people, I guess they rehearsed the song or just their chorus that they were supposed to sing. And they came over and they said they didn't do very good the first, and they knew it. And they regrouped and they held hands and they said the Lord's Prayer. And then they just knocked it out of the park. And that's the take that you hear. So isn't that cool? That's a cool story.
Which song?
Playground in my mind, Steve.
Oh, Playground on my mind. Okay.
No, I want to know what love is. You forgot the story, but after it started.
No, I didn't hear what song you were talking about. I knew you were talking about a Jake Giles band song. No, it wasn't Jake Giles. It was a
Foreigner.
See, I'm all getting senile here. You changed.
That's okay. When I said pay attention, see, that's what I'm saying, Tony. If you're not looking at the camera, you're not paying attention. What is that? Grease? It looks like grease. All those white roofs, or it could just be a very faded film.
You're
Hey,
the one
Steve,
that
what are
I
you
want.
doing?
You are the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I always thought they were saying ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Well, that was the Louise, that Olivia Newton-John song. You're the one I want. Dee, 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 dee. Or that other one, Seals Andrew Crofts, was da da da, do do, da da da.
Da, da, da.
You sound like Diamond Girl. Diamond
sound like
Girl,
Diamond Girl,
shitty,
shitty.
shitty.
Ja slaps.
Speaking of shy, another little rock story. Kaja Gugu. They weren't called that originally, but they weren't successful either. and they put an ad in the paper. They wanted a good lead guy. So
Where
they got the
Lamar.
guy that ended up being that he played some weird instrument. I don't know exactly what it was, but he played the hell out of it. It was really interesting. It was like a guitar, kind of weird keyboard kind of guitar thing, and he did really good with it. But he could sing, but he was really a front man, and he's very flamboyant.
You're talking about Lamal is his name.
Yeah, I guess that's his name. This blonde guy. But he's the guy that sang Too Shy and all that. So
And he also sang Never Ending Story.
My earbuds cut out again, of course.
he played some weird. Well, before my story ends, so he was getting all the publicity, and he was so flamboyant, and that's all the people talk about. And the band got jealous, and they just fired him, just like that. I mean, they basically he went into work or whatever, and they said, "No, you're not in the band anymore." And so they tried to carry on without him, and of course they couldn't, and they ended up going out of business. And then he got the deal to sing the Never Ending Story thing, so he continued his success, which is what Steve kind of stole my punchline of the story. But anyway, that was my other rock story.
Ah,
The moral of the story of this rock story is don't get into rock and roll because it sucks.
yeah. Yeah, that was the advice you got from
From who?
the guy whose name I just forgot. Don't worry about it.
Steve?
Want to hear a punchline?
No.
Sure.
Nah, it's just ice cream.
Ah,
So the nun said, no, it's just ice cream.
Well, the slightly longer version is a penguin his car broke down and it was leaking oil all over the place. So he pulled into a garage and the guy said it'll be about 15 minutes. So the penguin went into a ice cream store and asked for a bowl of ice cream. So they gave him a bowl of ice cream and he just stuck his face in there and ate all the ice cream. Came back out and the mechanic looked at him and says, "Looked like you blew a seal." I said, "No, it's just ice cream."
And I did find the clip on the timeline. It was Putt that said that said that Darren called that Go-Go song "Our Lips Are Sealed" used to call it Alex the Seal.
yeah.
Was it?
That's what Putt said. That you said.
I like it when they have songs where the words all blend together and you can't tell what they're saying.
Yeah.
Although
Now, who was that?
Centerfold, I had an argument with our kind of friend Travis on Centerfold, and there was a line that says, "To see you in that negligee is something something," and he's like, "No, it wasn't negligee; it was Heggish Haze." Like, what the fuck is a Heggish Haze? That thing makes sense.
Yeah, I remember that too.
To see you in that negligee was purely just too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Steve, when we were kids, when that came out, we had there was another part of that song. We had like 3 different friends, and all 3 of them had, you know, because it's "Does she walk? Does she talk?" And one of them says, "No, it's "Does she call the police?" It's not "Does she come?" One of them says, "Does she come to please?" And then another one is "Does she come complete?" Which I think is what it's
Yeah,
supposed to be.
that's the
Does
actual
she walk? Does she talk? Does she come complete?
No, it's "Does she call the police?"
Does she wash her knees? I thought it said.
Does she call the police? That don't make
No,
any
we were
sense.
talking about when we were 10 years old. We had a couple friends, and everybody had their own interpretation of what that line was.
Oh.
It's like,
That
you know,
was
there
back-
wasn't internet, there wasn't lyrics, so it was basically trying to hear a rock star mumble his way through a song.
I didn't even know the titles of songs because it was so rare for them to even do the back sell. So I never knew what, Carnival 9. It was always "Welcome back, my friends," and the show never ends. Oh, and here's Steve's first driving job.
Yeah, that's how long he's been driving, Lewis. There's Steve. No, there was a song, an 80s song that I liked, and I didn't know what it was. And that's rare for me to like an 80s song anyway. But I had heard it, and of course the DJ didn't say who it was. And I'm like, of course, because it's a rare song.
Yeah.
But then but then he'll play "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go" and say that was "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go" by Wham Bam, fuck
Yeah,
off,
song,
man,
a
whatever.
song you
And
hear
I'm just like,
20.
yeah. So I'm driving with Darren's ex, Michelle. This is back in the '90s, and I don't know where and they were playing that song. I'm like, there's that song. It's like the second or third time I've ever heard this song, and I couldn't wait to hear what. And I probably should have said something. Because as soon as the song was over, the DJ, that was, and Michelle goes, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh!
You ever
And I
find out
missed
what
it
song it
again.
was?
Yeah, it was Kaylee by Meridian.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But see, I didn't,
Really?
that wasn't a song that was played a lot. And,
Yeah, it wasn't
and
very-
it was like a song, I might have heard 2 or 3 songs because they're too busy playing Wake Me Up Before You Go Go and all those songs they got to play a million times.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
And by the time I finally know what the song was, which is maybe 10 years ago, I was no longer really interested in it, which is probably the best because back then I would like a song and I would buy the CD for $16 and that would be the only song I'd like on the whole album and I would get tired of it after the second play. I've got so many CDs I've spent all that money on and got maybe minutes of fun out of it.
I bought that album and record album, and we were going through the basement packing and stuff last year, and we were playing records. And I said, "Well, I'm going to play this Marillion." I remember I liked the song, but I don't remember what it was. And that song came on. I'm like, that must have been it because that's kind of cool.
Oh, so we both agreed on a song. How about that?
Yeah.
See, this
I
is
didn't know
one of
you
those,
had the album though.
this has been one of those occasions where you're commenting and critiquing a song, and you should be able to play a clip of it.
I know it's annoying, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah,
we
it's
really
crazy.
should consider moving this to Odyssey or Rumble.
Yeah, we need to look into this. Well, there's that
Is-
Indian crying again.
Is music?
You mean the Italian?
Oh, Italian
The
Indian.
Italian Indian.
Because somebody called spaghetti sauce instead of gravy.
Yeah.
Did Michelle say she had like some kind of prayer and a vision of us that was suppressing. It had like our mom, flu thing and cancer. So she's worried about us. So and I have do what?
Go ahead.
So I did get a reminder from my gastroenterologist to get a colonoscopy. So I guess I should go ahead and schedule it since Michelle's like seeing visions of stuff.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, that kind of triggered me to start the dieting.
That's good. Yeah, I was worried about you too.
My scale only goes so high, so
Yeah. And
you
You can get them to go up to like 500-600 pounds.
And then the other night, or a couple nights ago, Wendy Wass said she had a fever and it was a dream or whatever, but she dreamed she was on the beach and there was an archangel on the beach
Ooh, wow.
following, doing all this stuff. And then the angel turned into me.
Oh, wow.
And then we were just having a conversation, like a normal conversation.
then did it go roll in the mud?
Do what?
Did it go roll in the mud afterwards?
No, because it was on the beach. I don't think there was any mud.
No.
She's the only person that's ever shared my mud pit, except for Aaron, Ramona's husband.
I've been up there. I just never got in it.
Yeah. I don't know when you were up. Was it cold when you were there?
No, there was once it was nice out there. It was kind of warm.
Yeah, because I had the mud pit. It had to have been warm because if it was cold, it would have been out of season.
Yeah. I was too chicken to get in. I kept thinking there's alligators in there.
Yeah. Just me with the alligator mask. I'm trying to. I'm waiting for April. That's when mud season starts again. Late April.
Oh, I didn't know they had a mud season. It's mud season.
Rabbit season. Mud season. No, because the secret is, I mean, what it is you got to have nights that don't go below the 70s.
Oh.
Because the mud is shrouded in trees, so it never gets much sun. So it's got to stay warm. And even if it's an 80-degree day, but if it's only 60s at night, it just won't warm up.
What you need is a indoor heated mud pit.
Oh, if I was a billionaire, I would.
You know, that's one thing about the wrong channel. We put that mud pit in there, and we hardly ever mention it again.
No, we mentioned it a lot.
A couple of times, but I remember we had the sound effects of the construction crew in there. We were able to yell over each other.
It was technically a mud tank, is what it was.
Yeah.
I think it was one of our terms of doing the show since they weren't paying us.
Yeah, remember we started out the conglomerate. How do we say that? National conglomeration. I forget what we said.
It was the. No, I can't remember it. It was the.
Conglomerate something.
Yeah, it was the. I don't remember what it was now.
And we only covered that like the first couple of shows. We never mentioned the conglomerate.
Yeah, it was some conglomerate. I don't
we-
remember that was one of the names, but it was
Because
like
we
a
used
redundant.
conglomerate a couple of times in the sentence.
Yeah, it was like some redundant name. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I guess. That was when
Conglomeration.
What?
Conglomeration.
It was the conglomeration.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Conglomerate. I don't
conglomerate. That's what it was. You said it all three. I don't know if I could say them together. That was when Neb did the voice of Dell. That was only like 2
Oh, yeah,
episodes. he
remember
did
that?
Yeah.
know. Oh man, they just. What are you guys doing? Oh, that was something else.
Yeah, he was good at it, but it was. I think that was when he was starting to go down the well. It was hard to get him
Yeah.
actually to be on the show, so he's having to pre-record stuff, and
And
we ended up
then-
just doing the phone call thing.
Then Dell suddenly became.
Yeah.
Was that me on the trumpet, or was that your original one?
That's the original. The trumpet is on my external drive, I think. That I got to get repaired.
Peppermint Patty's a bitch.
Yeah, she is.
You don't like peppermint patty? I always kind of had the hots for her. Not.
I think
not
I like the minty taste. It tastes nice.
No, I'm just thinking back to Thanksgiving.
Ah.
You don't go to a free dinner and then complain that it's just toast and popcorn.
It is, what I didn't like about that is Snoopy really went out of his way to give them a good dinner. And then when the parents finally came, they all climbed in the station wagon to go to their grandma's house, and they left Snoopy there.
Stupid.
I'm just like, he did everything he could to give them a nice Thanksgiving, and they're gonna go to Thanksgiving and just leave him. They should. Would it have hurt them to put him in the back of the station wagon too?
Yeah. A lot of people do take their dogs to grandma's house for Thanksgiving.
I'm just saying, it's a cartoon. It's a kids show. Take the damn dog with you.
Maybe it's not their dog.
It's
Yeah,
Johnny
maybe it's
Brown's
great.
dog.
Maybe it's a neighbor's dog.
No, it was
Possible.
definitely his dog.
Wasn't Peppermint Patty supposed to be like, lesbian?
No,
Or is that just a
No.
rumor?
She was
Is that the
like
rumor?
7 years old.
They then
Well, represent the lesbian. I mean,
No.
because she
no,
was with
it-
Marcy.
who called her Sir.
Yeah,
Marcy.
I just always, even as a kid, I always thought, man, that's kind of a weird couple.
When I was a
think.
kid, I had no idea of any of that crap.
I
Me
did. I
neither.
was like 5 years old. I thought they're gay.
We didn't have any of that. Even, to me, Charles Nelson Riley and the other guy, Center Square
Liberace.
guy. No,
Oh,
Center
Paul
Square
Lynde.
guy. Paul Lynde. They were just funny. I didn't think,
Yeah.
they were
yeah.
weird. Or,
I see that too. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, and I thought Liberace was just eccentric.
yeah.
Yeah, but
They
Richard Simmons,
didn't
I knew he
teach
was
us all
gay.
that crap. Even when we had sex ed with the animated drawings of stuff coming out of the, and here the stuff comes out of the wiener. It's okay, good to know. And then those whole black and white line drawings. I love this guy here. He's
But
herding the geese around.
Come to think
Stall
of it,
helm, no
Doug,
shirt, and a bayonet, and he's herding the geese around. Come on, geese.
they're gonna. It's because they can't find the pig.
Yeah. Well, the pig's in the next scene.
Boy, I told you all know about my coworker friend Josh when I lived in the one that floofied himself, but he would do this thing, and he had this like shaved head, and he would do this thing where he would put his hands on his hips and bob down and gobble like a turkey and headbutt everybody like a turkey, because he said that's what turkeys do, these crazy turkey, and he would go around doing that. And I had planned, I thought, would be so funny is because we knew the cops, all the cops in the area. So we thought it would be so funny is if he went to one of the police yards and we could get a couple cops to cooperate and have him do the where they're chasing after this guy who thinks he's a turkey and he keeps headbutting him and they're the cop. I just thought it would be so, and that was like the very big. I don't even think YouTube was bought by Google yet. I thought that could have gone viral if it was done right.
Bad cops, bad.
I had a Facebook post go viral, but it wasn't mine. Somebody stole my picture.
Oh.
It was of the when I took the picture of the car carrier that had all the Dukes of Hazzard cars on it, and
Oh.
and somebody posted it and it had over 24,000 likes in all these comments, and I commented and I'm like, well, that's my picture, and nobody responded to my comment except I think Wendy Lou or somebody did, but that was it. It's like
I'll be right back.
Hey.
So you can hold their breath the longest.
Oh, okay. I thought my earbuds had crapped out again because they do it every 5 minutes.
Dead air. Dead air.
Yeah.
Dead air.
well, I waited for our guts cut to get here.
Okay.
Shit.
If I'd known he wasn't going to show up, I would have made the picture different so I'm not seeing the zoom crap on the top of the... See, I got to figure out how to do a masking kind of thing so I can... Because I got to resize the image if there's more than 4 people because then it goes out to the edges.
So you know what pisses me off?
Lots of things.
Yeah, but I've been seeing it more and more lately. It's when somebody asks the question, like on a forum, a question on how to do something, and some asshole starts off with you do that. I just want to smack someone across the face. Anyone that starts a response with that. You know what I'm talking about? They got to be a smart aleck.
Oh, you mean a smart aleck not a genuine
No, you don't. No, it's like you do this. It's like duh. It's basically saying duh. It pisses me off
okay, I
when
got you.
people do that. Really, and I've seen it like 2 or 3 times lately, like in a short period of time, and it's really getting on my nerves.
I don't read comments.
Probably a good thing.
Too.
I stopped like 8 years ago reading forums and stuff.
Oh, really? It's probably a good
That's
thing.
all I do.
I'll never forget Putt had his own little radio show thing he did where he would talk about his like paranormal or different things. He'd have a topic. It's kind of like Get Off of My Lawn or the old days of BabbleGab when we had a topic. And but it was just Putt. And he'd play Apology None for his bumper music sometimes. And he'd and he'd say, "Well, we got some some messages on the phone line, from." He'd be like, "You're a faggot." People call him a faggot and stuff. It's like,
Well, I wanted to contribute.
yeah. It's like his, like he had a weightlifting forum buddies, and they would call and say that stuff. It was just funny because I don't think he ever had an actual serious thing. Just the Amelia Earhart story. I always tried to watch that movie, but I could never make it to the ending. It's like, how does it end? It doesn't. I know, too soon.
Well, she wouldn't stop and ask for directions. Women are always complaining that men won't ask for directions, and then she wouldn't ask for directions.
Yeah.
think she asked cannibals for directions.
Yeah, there you go.
They said,
Oh, like
go,
Biden's
you know,
uncle who was eaten by cannibals.
and pissed off the people that live in those islands.
Yeah.
Then eventually, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, we disappeared at sea. We just assumed he got eaten by cannibals.
That's
Cannibal
when
soup.
you knew that there was no longer a Saturday Night Live or any kind of late night talk show host. Is when they had Biden for 4 years and didn't make one single joke about him.
Him crapping himself and everything else.
Yeah, but they can't. Never mind. I don't want to get into it.
Hee
You'll know.
That congressman back in the early 2000s who was questioning the Navy guy, Admiral, I guess they call him, about Guam. And he was concerned that if they had more people there, it might tip over because it's a narrow island.
Yeah.
He's still a congressman 20 years later.
Of course. I had a weirding thought. I was looking at that planet at the top. I'm like, what planet's that there? Or that? And I'm like, oh wait, this is something I drew. Never mind. Some of that's recycled from Star Trek from the intro. I drew a bunch of little galaxies and things. Well, I was kind of needed to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was waiting for Steve to get back. Speaking,
I wouldn't count on it. Damn.
Can you handle the whole thing, Tony?
Huh?
He's done it before. Go ahead, Darren. We can do it in shifts.
Yeah.
Well, if you got to go, go.
Oh, I can hold it in about 3 or 4 more minutes.
All right, I'll be back.
All right.
Oh, that's what I want. Razor blades with the brand name of Dorco.
Dorco? Was it one of those Amazon
Dorco.
brands?
Yep. Because I got a
my
bunch
drone
of
that I bought is called a Ruko. Like Roku with a couple letters switched around.
Cute.
Hi, Wendy Lou.
Hi, Winnie Lou. Now, I was just looking at Amazon because these damn earbuds are about to go out the window. So, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. They're fully charged. And you believe it did it again. Oh,
Well, I can hear you anyway.
Ah, okay. There we go. Wireless earbuds, Bluetooth, blah, blah.
You don't have any other earbuds? Those are the ones you always use?
Well, there's one pair that I use at work, and they're at work.
Oh.
Because a lot of them are noise canceling, and I don't want noise canceling because I want to be able to hear what's around me.
I bought some supposedly noise suppressing earbuds. All it is they've got a big like suction cup that goes in the earbuds, your eardrum. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. I just don't like having my ears sealed up. It's like, then they pop all day long. Because I wear earbuds under my headphones at work, and I listen to music so I don't go completely out of my damn gourd. I don't know if that dragony thing is going to really, probably shouldn't be in the pool.
That'll let anybody in the pool nowadays.
I guess. But God, you go to Amazon, man, and it's all of the brand names. Tagri. What the hell is that? And somebody else had razor blades that were Dorco. It's like, come on. And then Nindo. And who is this by? Lupo. Kufandi. That's my favorite brand of clothing brand on Amazon. Kufandi. It's like
sweet. Had a good job making up stupid names.
Yeah. Yeah, these are crap. But the only thing I can think of is it's not trying to pair with my phone. I don't think so.
I have wireless earbuds and then wired earbuds, what I'm wearing now.
Well, I
only
can't
use
have wires, man. That I would go completely out of my mind.
You probably can't even tell I got, well, you can probably got wire on. But I have wireless for my phone that I use. But for this, because mine goes right into the mixer, so I could hook up.
That would drive me up the wall.
I could.
I like wires. Low tech.
I just don't like when I move and it goes and then knocks everything in the whole world over. I said, no, thank you.
But I have a place on the mixer I could put a Bluetooth adapter, but I don't. Oh, I gotta dust this mixer off. Wow, it's getting dusty.
I'm looking at getting my HVAC system replaced, and I asked the guy if I could get a old-fashioned thermostat that it just has a slider. I think he said they still make them, but if you get, depending on the system, might have to get a smart one, but the smart ones, you can say disable the smart shit so that it kind of stays at the temperature you set it at instead of having to set it for a schedule and what days and. What I really want is one of those big old clockwork sprinkler system controllers. Those were nice.
Well, those smart sprinkler things. I mean, if they're so smart, they should know if it's raining or not. Because I always feel so stupid. You know, it's raining and you're out in the rain and they've got the sprinklers going.
There's sensors you can get. They're like optional though, but they'll plug into that. I just know if the battery dies, I have to go through 30 menus and reprogram the whole thing. Where if I had a big clockwork one, I could just twist it to the correct time and there it's good to go again.
Oh, visit the Batutos store.
Saw some socks that had toe things where your toes go
like
in.
Separate toes, yeah.
Yeah, but they looked like just really badly painted, ugly feet. Was. I think I'd just get some sandals and just wear those socks. Wait until somebody notices.
There you go. All right, Steve. What are you thinking about?
Thinking about life.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
Yeah. Well, but I would like. I can't wait for the MegaCon. I'm excited about that.
So you're not going to ChakaCon?
Nope, not this time. ChakaCon.
I'm thinking about it, but it sounds like a lot of standing.
Some. I mean, last time I was there, I did do a lot of walking around and did kind of hurt a little bit.
Okay. I need to walk.
What happened to your dick?
The usual.
Whoa, it's my dick, you know.
You're the only one in the entire world who thinks that that's how the song went.
It does sound like it. I know it doesn't, but it sounds like it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, okay. We'll agree to disagree.
That band was basically Alan Parsons' backing band with Alan Parsons' project pilot.
The Alan Parsons Project.
So now he's going when he does his live shows. He gives Eric Wolfson a lot of credit now. He says it could have just been easily called the Eric Wolfson Project. So that's nice of him, especially
Yeah.
since Eric Wolfson looked like Putt. There he is.
So basically, what you're saying is Alan Parsons' project looked like me and Putt.
Yeah. I kind of did. Funny. And Eric Wolfson passed away too,
When?
It happens.
10 years ago.
Oh, okay. No, I was
I haven't seen his
surprised to find
Facebook
out
pal.
Chuck
Not
Negron
pal.
passed away.
Yeah, that surprised me too. That's sad.
Yeah.
Because he always looked younger than he was, kind of. He didn't look like
Yeah.
an old guy.
You ever heard of a song by Tom Petty and Heartbreakers called Asshole?
No, that was one by Dennis Leary.
Because I have one, a radio version and an uncut version called Asshole.
Tom Petty really, he changed the way the music industry worked.
Yeah.
Because they were used to stepping on people, on the musicians, on the bands, and basically screwing them over. And he signed his life away when he was real young, like his first record deal. He signed away all his publishing rights. So he basically went bankrupt or did something. He totally foiled them. I can't remember what he did, but it became a big deal. It's basically it ended up becoming a reputation you don't mess with Tom Petty because he basically, I can't remember the whole story, but he changed the whole way. He basically beat the whole system. It was pretty interesting. He wouldn't let people walk on him. It was I don't know the story. It's very kind of it's interesting looking it up though.
Yeah.
And he died twice.
Twice.
Tom Petty, yeah, I remember that because that was when I still had my car, and I was listening to the radio and I was driving around, and then in the morning it said, "Oh, he died," and then like a few minutes later, "Oh, nope, he didn't die. He didn't die. He's still alive." And then later on, it was like, "No, he died."
He's okay
He
now.
died. Not dead yet. You know, when that Holy Grail, they used that joke like 3 different times in that movie. Monty Python, the Holy Grail, they used that "I'm not dead yet" 3 different times. They used it with those people that were like dirt poor and eating mud and stuff. Bring out your dead, and the guy's like, "I'm not dead." There was that. And then they had the one where Lancelot and his little squire boy or whatever were jumping over the rocks, and then he got hit with the arrow. And they do use a joke there, and then they use the joke with the king's son that he wanted him to get married, the one that fell from the tall tower.
He was in Braveheart. We just watched that again recently.
Who was?
The King's Son.
That was
different actor, but it was the king on Braveheart. His son was basically the same.
Okay, because I was going to say that was Terry Jones that played him.
No, different actor.
Was it when he just chucked out the window? Like,
yeah,
it was his boyfriend.
Was the was the Holy Grail the one that had the biggest dickus, or was that Brian's?
No, that's Life of Brian.
Life of Brian. You know, I still haven't seen Life of Brian.
I've got it.
I like it.
I like it. I just find it a little blasphemous. I didn't used to, but upon hearing Monty Python, there were these guys that when I'd hear them doing their director commentary, like behind the scenes, it made me just want to flick them in the eye. I really didn't like any of them after just hearing them talk.
Wow. Biggest dickers.
Oh, that was a funny scene. It's a funny movie. It is. I haven't really seen it for a long time.
There's a drug boat.
Yeah.
Drug boat.
Yeah. I have a parody of that. I played that the other day. The drug boat. The guy couldn't sing worth a crap, but it was a funny song.
But it looks like it's hugging that bar. It's like, oh,
Oh,
I love slow dancing, swaying to the music.
I love you.
Yeah.
They built one of those super yachts and they put it in the water and it just immediately capsized.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That happened to once some big Chinese giant battleship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they launched it out and it tipped over.
They're kind of new at the whole Navy thing.
In the Navy. Did you guys ever play Battleship, the game?
Yeah.
A friend of
That's
mine
funny.
had it back in the 60s. I think I might have played it once.
I have a game of that buried in a closet somewhere, the Battleship. Hup, 6 faggots.
I had a Transforama episode where Judy and I were playing Battleship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm like, you sink my battle, and she like became this battleship or something. And I had a punchline that I had written down, and I didn't see it until after the video was made. I said, "Wow, for a loser, you sure are ship shape." But I didn't put it in the video, and then when I watched it again, I'm like, "Oh, well, she's the one that won, so it wouldn't have worked anyway." So
Yeah. See, when they built the AMT kit, they took the 1701, cut it in half, and made it 1017, which is all screwed up because if it's a Constitution class, they start
Wasn't
with
that Decker's
1700.
ship?
Yeah.
Was that Decker's ship? Oh,
It's like they burn it with a cigarette lighter. It's like they burn it with a cigarette lighter and
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
But what they should have done was 1710 instead of 1701.
Yeah, they should have 1710. You know that would
have
now
been
it looks like it's
more
before the
important.
Enterprise.
Right, like 700 ships before.
Yeah.
But like 699 of them fell on the floor, and then they had to.
Because that's 1017 there looks like it's handwritten.
Well, it's the decal from the AMT model kit.
Oh.
The 1701 decal, so they cut it up and made it 1017. But no, that's what happened to the Romulan bird of prey. Remember the little Romulan bird of prey that looked like kind of like an iron with like two nacelles coming up?
Yeah.
That one fell on the floor and broke. And that's why later, when they had Romulans show up later, they basically like bought ships from the Klingons.
Yeah,
Well,
because
they figure, we're all bad. If we're the baddies, yeah, okay, we're the bad guys. Can we buy some bad guy ships from you guys? Because you guys are the bad guys too.
Yeah, didn't they have Romulan bird of prey and Klingon bird of prey?
Yeah. Well, no. I think a writer screwed up because in the original series, it was the Romulan bird of prey. The Klingons didn't call their stuff the Klingons named their ships after bulldozers.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was the Klingon D7 and the Klingon D9.
Oh.
And they were named after Caterpillar bulldozers.
Oh.
A little bit of trivia there. And even if you're not a Trekkie, it's still fun.
We got Klingons. We bowl them over, huh?
I want to make a Star Trek episode where they're like 500 years in the future and they're about to start a battle and their Windows 374 updates and closes down their system right when they're needing to do their battle.
Then you hear the Windows 95 crash.
Yeah, the blue screen. Goodbye.
Now,
Goodbye.
there's something else wrong with this ship besides being all like burnt with like cigarette lighters. The very top there, isn't that supposed to be the doohickey that makes a thing? It looks like they just painted it white.
They painted it over their Vista Dome.
Little skylight.
No wonder they crashed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's supposed to be like a glass dome, I think.
Or should at least have an eyeball in it.
Little dude looking up.
No,
But
it's Richard going screaming.
but on the original series though, they never showed the bridge. They never showed the ceiling inside interior. They did that in the next generation, but
Well, they did in the original pilot in the menagerie or the cage. I forget what the original was called. The cage.
it was called the
And
cage.
it was called the cage. Yeah, where they actually fly in through the top. The camera.
Yeah,
You see the ship, tipping, and then you come through, and then they're all sitting around the
Well, why did they
game
do
room,
that
whatever it was.
more?
That was the very first thing they ever did.
I expected it was too expensive.
Yeah,
Well, they already did it once. Why not do it again?
because it was all different cast.
Yeah, that was with.
You just like put cartoon faces on them when they.
You know, I found Jeffrey Hunter married one of the actresses on General Hospital back in '67. She played Jessie Brewer. And I did not know that. So, 2 Star Trek actors married General Hospital. Not that anybody cares but me, but you know.
And poor old Jeffrey Hunter, he fell down a flight of stairs in '69 and died like a few weeks later, or a few days later.
Really?
Is that why he ended up in that wheelchair with the 2 dots? The bleep, bleep. Never mind.
No, wait. One of those guys, I thought he starred in one of those fan made fiction things.
No.
Well, the guy from this episode, William Wyndham, he was like, "Don't you think I know that?"
Yeah.
Right.
He reprised it.
Oh, so it was someone else that fell down the stairs. That's what I was thinking of.
And the guy who played Adonis or Atlas, one of the Greek gods, he appeared in one of the fan films.
Yeah, and that was Michael Forrest. Michael Forrest.
And,
he was like 90 years old when because he had aged since they blew up his little Greek, column thing, which I thought was really mean.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, with Kirk afterwards, Kirk thing. Kirk at the end of it, it says, we could have just gathered a few laurel leaves. It was kind of a sad ending. It's like, you fucked this guy's whole trip up.
Yeah,
just being Kirk.
Yeah. There was one where they were feeding, they were doing something that he didn't agree with, monsters in the cave, but they were all happy.
Yeah.
Doing what they were doing, but Kirk didn't like it. It wasn't his way of doing it. So he changed their whole way and ruined everything.
One of the natives ended up having to join the police and drive around in a red Ford Torino.
There was also George Takei, who made an appearance in one of the fan films.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Okay, that's why they make 11-foot poles. But no, it was I think you're right because they had the kid playing Suru. Because if he was really Japanese, the name would have been pronounced Suru. But and then he goes into this warp thing, and he comes back out, and he's George Takei, 100 years older.
Yeah, and they come on the ship and realize everything's so wonk. Oh my!
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was Kirk that said that. Oh my!
Yeah. I keep thinking that Walter Koenig appeared on one, but maybe I'm not. But this is before,
they tried to get everybody who's still alive.
But this is before Paramount got all stiffy and said, "Okay, any actor who's ever been on Star Trek cannot be in a fan film."
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Crap.
I would have loved to have if we ever did like outtakes or something of Star Trek. Have one of them get pissed at the captain. He's like, you know what? You're Captain Jerk. I think that would be Spot. It's Spock, sir. Spot. Spock.
Well, there's a thing called Star Trek that they did do Captain Jerk.
Yeah. That was funny once, 50 years ago.
Yeah, I remember hearing it on John Landers Hit Me. Anybody remember John Landers Hit Music USA?
No.
It was a syndicated radio show in the mid to late 80s, and it didn't last long, and I could not find anything anywhere on the internet. I loved that show.
You would.
We played the current music and had a lot of fun doing the show, doing funny stuff.
I don't like fun.
Me either.
Oh,
That's like when at Disney World a few years ago when Kathy Coleman, we were looking at the dancers on the castle. She's like, when the I was the opening ceremonies when they first opened this park, and I was one of the dancers on the castle, and I was watching, and I'm like, I don't like to get entertained.
Yeah.
but I just find it weird that John Landers was a popular show,
Hmm.
and I can't find
Not
it.
that popular. I never heard of it.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
listen
he
to a
had
lot
to
of
call
syndicated radio.
You had that column that you'd write in and ask questions about your love life and
Right,
stuff.
right.
Yeah.
And he'd tell you to do all this stuff that nobody would ever do.
Yeah, like gargle with Top Job,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Dynamo.
Oh wait, here's on eBay. They do have recordings of John
Oh my
Landers.
God.
Darren and
Start
I used
playing
to
them.
listen to the funniest radio crew ever. It was Gary Burbank out of Cincinnati. So funny. That's where Earl Pitt came from, Steve.
Oh yeah.
That was one of his voices that he did. It was
Who did that
it was-
again?
It was Gary Burbank. It was,
Yeah, he was on WLS, I think. Or no, it was out of Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And their show, I guess, was syndicated or something. So we would in Jacksonville, we would hear this show every day, and they were so funny.
And he would be the one, wake up, America.
Yeah, really good.
Mm.
He had some old man, feeble old man, and he would call in those 800 help numbers with those companies. Like one time he called in Long John Silver and said he was with PETA and this and that, and that they had successfully had Burger King get rid of the whalers because, and he says, and he's like, I just got to say, I love Long John Silver's, but you had a commercial and it just broke my heart. And we're like, oh, what happened, sir? And he said, you say you batter your fish.
But no, Steve played a song this morning by a guy named Peter Brown. And I asked, but I don't think anybody knew if he was the same Peter Brown who was a friend of John Lennon's, who was mentioned in the song "The Ballad of John and Loco."
That's the one with all the toilet sounds.
Yeah. I have
Well,
that.
that was one that's Peter Brown called to say you can make it okay, you can get married in Gibraltar near Spain. Well, okay. I'm glad they added that just to.
You
I think
played
he
that
did it just
song
to make
for
it
Jan,
rhyme.
right? And Steve played that song from Jan Hammer today, the Miami Vice theme, and it's at the very end of the song. It just sounds like a toilet flushing for like 10, 20 seconds, and the song's over.
Because that was the record. That was the expanded record version. It wasn't the actual one they used on the TV series. So that was just shorter.
Because this is.
Yeah, it's just like did it flush. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like,
Can
what
you
the-
believe this is actually on a record for Yoko Ono? I can't believe that.
Well, don't get us
No.
canceled over it.
Well,
I don't really Yoko
the song "The Ballad of John and Yoko" it does not have Yoko on it. It's just John. That's the one that goes dum do 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 do.
That's all that is. Is that
Yes,
on the record?
thank you.
Once we get our show pulled for that
Copyright.
Crapper,
because it was Yoko's copyrighted
Crap
toilet.
crap on, the crapper.
They actually had a movie they made or music. It was some movie that just showed people's butts.
It's on the people.
And the steeple.
I found a recording that you did, and I can't remember what we were doing when you did it. You want to hear it?
I'd hate to even think about it.
It's this.
I don't want to tune in that early because it'll ruin my day.
Oh yeah, that's from my Steve show.
A wrong
That
channel.
guy that owns that Fiat in our car club. I overheard him telling the people, "Oh, it's the best of both worlds. It's got the reliable Mazda engine, but it's got the better styling." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think
It's
the
got a
Miata
Fiat
looks a
engine.
hell of a lot better than that.
I like the way
Well,
the
I
Fiat.
disagree, but and it also does not have a Mazda engine. It has a Fiat engine. Everything else is Mazda, but the engine's Fiat. It's the
That's the
1.4
worst of all
multi-air
worlds,
turbo.
then.
That the same as a Fiat?
It's called Fix It Again, Tony. That's why Tony likes it so much.
Yeah, because it's a 1972 model. It's fine.
Why'd you have to put that picture up, Tony?
It's pretty.
It's a nice looking car.
It's got two
Yeah.
mounts.
Well, right now, of anything that it's acceptable within a decent radius of where I am, it's about the cheapest. That's under. Well, it's under 10 grand, except that they add an anti-theft GPS device for $2,500.
So that's a Miata?
That is a Fiat 124 Spider. It is.
Fiat.
Yeah. It's basically a Miata, different styling and a Fiat engine.
Well, I'm glad a Fiat one's a little newer than that one, but
That's a 2017.
oh, this is a 2017. Wow, that's worth a buck or two. Is that convertible?
Under 10 G's, yes. Yeah, I couldn't drive a car that small if the top didn't go down.
Or so that's the next car you're getting then.
Well, if somebody was going to give me like 10 G's,
Oh, I think I could write you a check.
I should try that if I can get Trump to flip me off. If I can get Trump to flip me off or get some Somali to chase me around with a phone camera or some crap so that I can get like $1 million.
Did somebody-
fuck me.
Just
Did
start a
somebody?
daycare.
Huh?
Start a daycare.
Oh, there you go.
Did somebody get money because Trump flipped them off? I think we talked about that.
Yeah, it was at an auto plant.
Okay.
Oh, did he get money? I know he
Yeah,
got suspended.
like 800 G's. Yeah, he got suspended, but then he got like 800 G's on a GoFundMe or a GiveSendGo.
Just because
Oh, yeah.
Trump flipped him off.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
That's not going to get him out of hell. That 800 G's.
Well,
He'd be smoking a turd in hell.
Okay.
I'm lost.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
Yeah, Tony. That's why hearses all have luggage racks, because you can take it all with you.
Yeah.
He's going to hell because Trump flipped him off. Come on, boy.
Tony's never read the Bible.
Wait, I'm lost.
Trump is not mentioned in the Bible, and neither is flipping anybody off.
Yeah, but Jesus said that a camel has a better chance of getting through the eye of a needle than a rich man into heaven.
Okay.
What they got to do with Trump flipping somebody off?
Well, you're not rich when you get to heaven because you can't take it with you like you just said.
Yeah, but the guy was probably a liberal douche.
No. Believe me, a lot of people on the right don't like our buddy either.
To the kingdom of heaven. And drop dead. I'm sorry. I apologize. That wasn't nice.
California does have one good thing going for it. They have, what is it, 7 digits for the license plates?
Yeah.
7 or 8. So I could.
Yeah, it used to be, for the personalized plates, it used to be 6, I think.
California's a weird state anyway.
Well, yeah, look who the
So it used to be
weirdos that
6.
live there.
A friend of mine had a a 69 Dodge Super Bee, and he wanted to get a license plate that said Killer Bee. But it was back then you could only get 6 letters, so it was KILERB. Oh, that's Killer Bee. I look at it. No, it's Kyler B.
Ooh.
At least it wasn't a new start.
Yeah,
Killer Bee sounds like a rap artist or something.
no, it was Killer Bees, and Belushi played one on SNL back when he was alive.
Those.
Them Killer Bees.
I never got that with the bees on.
Bad News Bees?
They did a skit there. I remember one of them that was they were in a bunch of bunk beds and all. He's buzzing off. He's buzzing off. Remember that one?
I remember it because it's one of the rare, at least funny moments on SNL.
Oh, it hasn't been funny since the originals left.
No, I like that Hartman, Bill Hartman.
I didn't think any of it was funny with the original cast.
Oh yeah, it was Jane, you ignorant slut.
That's
Gilda
not funny.
Radner. Well, it's the way he's, and
It's the way Chevy Chase fell with the plates in his hand.
I didn't
that made
like
it
him.
funny.
I didn't like. He wasn't funny.
I didn't think any of them were funny. You had to be on drugs to.
And then Chevy Chase is about as funny as Will Ferrell is, and Chevy Chase charging $200 for a stupid autograph. What is he, crazy?
Yeah, $200 or $300.
Shit. I'd buy myself a hooker first.
Well, some people, they're like that Christmas Vacation. It's like a religion to them.
It was stupid.
It was. I watched it all the way through because a friend of mine had a Christmas Vacation house party. Her friend did. I was invited. They had pizza. That was okay. But
I didn't think any of the vacation movies were funny. I thought they were dumb.
There was some.
Yeah.
The first one was awesome.
Which one?
Pretty girl and a Ferrari. Just vacation.
That's about as funny as Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. That wasn't funny at all.
Like
or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Whatever.
no, the first one was Shrunk the Kids, and the second was Blew Up the Kids.
Yeah.
But they made him big or something.
Yeah, the little baby. I thought that the baby was in there. Was sorry, Mama. That was okay. That was entertaining.
Yeah.
That had Marcia Strassman in it. Welcome Back, Cotter's Wife. She also had some songs in the 60s.
Oh my God.
In the prequel, Honey, I Beat the Kids.
There you go. I like that.
I've watched that one over and over.
Honey, I Beat the Kids. There you go. Now that's funny. I can go for that.
Remember we came up with that game show on the wrong channel called Beat the Kids?
God, that was long. I barely remember that. I gotta get more wrong channel moments out of these shows.
Yeah.
There's a lot more wrong channel moments.
Yeah.
Instead of playing the same shit over and over again, geez, Pete.
Well,
Because my memory isn't as good as it is. I can listen to some of those on road trips and laugh at them again.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to the one we did, the last one we ever did, which was the Halloween show with Putt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was fun listening to Putt
yeah.
doing the whole show. And then I also thought it was funny. It was around the same time. It was the one where we were real excited about this space age theme park that was opening up.
Mm-hmm.
And we went there and we were like the only ones there. And we go to this room and there was like a funny noise. And there was this like paper rocket going up, this train going up the wall. It was just all this cheap, cheesy
Why don't
stuff.
I remember any of these stuff? Man, been a long time since I listened. I can probably laugh my ass off because I don't remember.
Yeah, they were pretty funny.
Laugh my ass off them.
I want a copy of that Lost episode, Steve, the one that you played when Gottschalk was here listening.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember which one the lost episode is. The one with
don't know.
Ganyos?
The one with the smoke monster?
Could have been.
Man, do I forget these things or what? I didn't think my memory's that bad. I might remember this is what I mean. I think when actors are asked these questions about movies and stuff they did, that's why some of them say, I don't remember. I mean, it was a long time ago. It was a job I did, and so what? He looked like he was beat up the night before, and the next day he looked okay.
Oh, we talking about Porky's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mickey.
The next day. It should have been like a couple months later after what's his name recovered.
Yeah.
But the title would have been too long.
Porky's.
Well,
Mickey recovers.
As Meat said, well, what some executive probably just went in and stepped on someone's dick.
Yeah, there you go.
He literally said that about it after beating the shit out of me for 3 hours.
Yeah.
That was unfair because his friend Ken Wall tag team on me. Wise guys.
I have more unaired recordings of Tony Gagno's work because we were on 7 hours or something with him.
Oh yeah,
it was over 5 hours, maybe 5.5 hours.
And I remember he was surprised we were still recording.
Oh, you're still recording this shit?
Oh, you're stepping on my dick here.
Well, if we got anything out of it, it was...
woman? Where's the woman?
Hey, Steve, do you have any of the Superman skits that I did as Tony Gagnos? The Super Friends for Bland?
No, those are probably online. I don't have those. So I want to go sit through some of these and
I've got the clips because I played them in the fun hours before.
Okay. Because that's what I do. I sit and I'll listen to the show, and if something cracks me funny, then I'll hit the recorder and record the piece of them.
I'll send it. Try to send it to you tomorrow. And I got a new version of Learn Me.
Again.
That's what happens when these pre-releases.
Yeah.
And Tony finally complimented the song. He said, I think this is my favorite. He was really enthused. And at the same time, Phil was all talking like a retard, talking about that littering center and shit. I'm like, yeah, bring up political jokes from a month ago.
Yeah.
It's like, good grief.
Oh, Phil's wound up tight anyway. If you're watching, Phil, hi.
Hey.
Hi, Phil. Come on in and defend yourself.
We got extra space because Gottschalk decided to, I don't know, go to fucking Skyline
What the
Chili or
heck,
some
man?
crap.
He says he's going to be here, which even makes it worse because now we keep in. I've been holding my good material for him to show up, and I'm giving up on it now.
You have good material?
I had good material, and I was waiting for him to show up, and then it's not going to happen. I'll wait for next week.
Yeah, I'll wait till he's here and then I'll tell my ice cream joke again.
You know, one thing I totally forgot I wanted to do was do something with Paul and John and make fun of secret messages recorded in songs. And I forgot all about that.
I think we did that. Or no, you were wanting to do it. That's what it was. You'd mentioned before you wanted to do that for your show. Just let me know. I'll do it. Don't matter. We can get together.
I need to come up with the lines for it. Because if I try and come up with the lines in front of myself, it's going to not be funny.
Hey John, look, listen to this record. We just made a they said that it was the pastor, the evangelist. He said that when you play the records backwards, that there's these hidden messages. Oh, why don't you play the record backwards, Paul? Here we go. Yes, with it. You're ruining your record. Stop playing the record backwards.
That's it. That's like what I want. There you go.
But you'll have to have like also the music, like backwards music at the same time.
Yeah. Have to find some music I can play. You know.
There's a.
But just play "I'm Only Sleeping" by the Beatles. Because that's backwards when it's forwards.
What is it?
There you go.
I'm only sleeping.
I'm only sleeping.
Yes.
Never heard that one.
I think it's from Revolver. But yeah,
it was not on the American version. I think it was like one of those because Revolver, the Capitol one was missing 2 songs.
Well, whatever CD I bought, it was on that CD because I didn't like it.
Yeah, because the CD is going to be the British version that has all the songs.
Oh, okay. I mean, you had a guy to get you into my life, which is all it needed. I mean, and I do like She Said.
Oh yeah.
So ELO had a song called Fire on High. It's an instrumental. But it starts off with this backwards. It was actually Bev Bevan. He's got that very low bass voice. And it starts out with, yes, you know. So one time I actually had the LP and I started playing it backwards. And it's so freaky. I'd never heard backwards masking on a song. So I'm playing it. I'm doing it with my finger playing it, and it goes, the music is reversible, but time isn't. Turn back, turn back, turn back. And my mom was in the room. She said my eyes were as big as saucers when I was listening to it. Because I'd heard that song for years, and it was like I finally was listening to it. It was pretty weird. I asked Bev if he would do the lion voice. Remember the lion that had Neb in his lap in that movie that I was doing?
Right.
Because he played the lion in one of their songs, their song Jungle.
Oh,
and I asked if he'd do his lion voice, and he never responded. Most of the people I asked to do stuff never responded. But then you get a couple that do. Shoot, Annie Haslam, that was just a cold call, just a out of the blue thing. Peter
It was
Noon.
cool having her.
Yeah, and Peter Noon, that almost worked. At least we had a correspondence going. I should have brick when he got back with me. I remember telling you, Tony, you're the first one I told. Like, we got to come up with a line. Peter Noon said he'd do the.
Oh yeah.
Well, shoot, at least we got Rick Marshall. I don't think he can get better than that. Getting the whole Land of the Lost cast. Goodness. Two of those guys aren't in with us anymore.
Yeah.
And my film was their last IMDb credit.
Yeah.
And that thing I put on YouTube of him doing his lines in the hallway, that's kind of a little treasure. That's basically the only, I think that's the only Spencer that where he's not from the TV that we probably have ever.
Probably.
I think so. I don't think you can find any kind of candid stuff with Spencer. I mean, that's the only time you actually see him being funny,
Yeah.
because he was so serious as the role of Rick. I know he
And
was on
Darren,
Alice.
that is the slowest airplane to ever fly. Takeoff speed
Yeah,
25 miles an hour.
That movie's called The Slow Plane. I've actually got on the wrong channel timeline. Tony played it before, and I said that movie's called The Slow Plane, and Gotch said, yeah, by the time it reached its target, the war was over.
How come I didn't know that Tim Conway passed away in 2019?
It's like 30 years ago.
Time. It's like 6,
Oh,
7
maybe not
years ago.
30.
Yeah. Because his
70
son does a radio show in Los Angeles, a talk show.
Oh.
You guys were talking about syndicated radio earlier. I'm trying to remember how, really, other than America's Top 40 and Dr. Demento, I didn't really listen to much syndicated radio as far as music.
Rick D's weekly top 40 countdown was syndicated.
Well, I used to listen a lot.
Well, I couldn't stand Rick D's anyway.
To Dick Clark's.
Yeah. Oh, Dick Clark.
I listened to Dick Clark's top 30. His top 30 countdown on the weekends. I listened to that a lot in the 80s.
I used to listen to Dick Bartley's Rock, Roll, and Remember, and then he did a live Saturday night show, Solid Gold Saturday Night.
But Tim Conway, he was doing the funny thing where he's on his knees as midgets. He did that right before he floofied. Yeah, he was doing that stuff even right before he floofied, so he was still active. But no, the British, they had good TV music shows. They had Tops of the Pops, and they had the Old Grey Whistle Test. They had a lot of stuff that rock bands were on. And you didn't have to look at the stupid solid gold kinky prostitute dancers.
Yeah, it sucks looking at women.
Well, you shouldn't be.
I don't think those were women, Darren.
I don't remember ever watching them, but they were in Scrooged.
Yeah, there you go. Never saw that one
Oh,
either.
yeah, at the end.
There's so many movies that are
Scrooge
actually
was good.
decent movies that I haven't seen ever.
Do you know what they are?
I didn't watch it this last time. My Christmas movie thing was kind of interrupted because I was doing it with Darren. We were just watching together, so we didn't watch as many. So I could have watched them by myself, but it wasn't as fun.
Yeah, that's all I ever do. I have no friends to watch movies with.
That and it seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like it was a month ago that I had just watched them all, and it's like
That's true. That's true. We were at the our little replacement for the video ranch. It was called the Flamingo Ranch, and they played the Mr. Magoo Christmas Carol from like '62, and they played it last year. And I'm starting to watch it. It's like, didn't we just see this? It was a whole year.
Yeah, it seems like I'm putting the Christmas tree away and putting all the lights down, and the next thing I know, I'm putting them right back up again.
See, that's a
Bringing
boing.
up
I
these
think that's a
lights.
boing, but it's going boing.
Boing. That's the one that drops the wheels, right? When it takes off.
No.
Oh.
No, modern Boeings do that.
Modern Boeings too.
Concorde, I think, did it.
Yeah.
No, they dropped the wheels when it landed.
Did you know the space shuttle couldn't retract its landing gear by itself?
Oh, really?
Because it had no reason to, because they just manually just closed the landing gear doors and everything and stuck it on the external tank and all that stuff. So there was no reason for it to be able to
And they didn't
raise
have,
its
didn't have
landing
turn
gear.
signals. It didn't have
Yeah,
turn
because no need
signals.
for
They had to
those
put their
either.
arm out the window.
Or cup holders.
Yeah. Well, he had to like put his arm out the window and do the
Yeah.
hand signal thing to make turns. Didn't have a cigarette lighter.
And that was the thing. Now they got the new going to the moon, the Optimus Prime or whatever it's called, and they're going to the moon. And they were getting ready to launch in January. I'm thinking, you stupid assholes! Haven't you learned never to launch in January? And so now it's rescheduled to March because Challenger was January, the Columbia January, Apollo 1 January. Not a good month for shooting rockets. Don't.
I could have sworn that Columbia was February. Could be wrong again.
Right, but they launched it in January.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And they had the ice on the tank and the ice busted the wing, at which they didn't realize what had happened until they were in re-entry and the wing burned off.
It was funny.
It's interesting. One of the last places you could smoke inside was submarines.
Yep. Because what are they going to do? Surface and say, okay, go step up there and have a puff and then come back.
Right.
Indiana Jones did that. Didn't he hitch a ride on a submarine or something?
That was the Das Boot submarine. They made those movies at the same time.
Yeah. Again, that's another one I got to watch.
That was good. But you just got to pick which version of it you're going to watch.
That's true, because there was a movie and then there was a TV miniseries, wasn't there?
Yeah. And then there's the German version or the English dubbed version.
Yeah.
Although the English dubbed version was dubbed by all the original actors. So
Oh, okay.
not,
So at least it
not
didn't
as
sound...
bad as it. Yeah.
Because that damn T-34 movie that Timmy Putt and I watched.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get it to play, so we all just watched it on like Amazon independently, but we started at the same time. And I started out with the English soundtrack. And everybody sounded like a freaking California surfer dude. It was just, it took me out of the movie. It was so bad. And so I just put it in the original language and had the subtitles. Like, oh, because I'm a fast enough reader, the subtitles don't bother me.
Yeah, it was a Russian movie about army tanks in World War II that fighting the Germans.
Yeah.
But it reminded me a little of Fast and the Furious. It was a good movie, but it was a Russian movie. I enjoyed it. It was a good recommendation from Putt.
No, it was pretty good.
I vaguely heard a story today or yesterday or something that this week possibly the last American tank ever just rolled off the assembly line.
In Alabama?
I don't know. I would
Or are
probably.
you just going to start buying from the Chinese now?
I think
all drones now.
Tanks are too easy to kill now. There's kind of pointless.
That's true.
Yeah, they call it the depot. It was really close to where we lived. And I worked there sometimes, and that's where they built the army tanks. And I remember there was they had an engine that was separate from the Army tank, and they would crank up that engine in this room, and it was like a 747 jet. It was just like, wow, the thing was massive and powerful. That thing, it was like, good grief. I could hear that thing from 10 miles.
Yep.
And the sheriff's office had an Army tank, and they wanted me to do an install on it, put a radio in it, and so I kind of looked in and around the tank, tried to figure out what to do, and it's like, well, we can install a radio in it, but the thing is the skin of this tank, the armor is like 2 inches thick. So you're going to have it taken back to the depot for them to drill a hole. We don't have anything from Ace Hardware that'll go through that, on our drills.
Yeah.
It never happened, though. I don't know whatever. But I did see that. There was a 70 Impala that I would see when I was going into the sheriff's office, and it was bronze or copper. It was a metallic copper. It was a door, and it was just beautiful, and I just loved looking at it. And I'm like, one day, and it had a little Kojak light, the little wired light that was stuck on the roof. And I'm like, I got to get a picture of this one day. And then I was out sick one day, and I came back to work, and it was in my garage. And they knew would get excited when I saw that. So I had to put a gumball light in the middle of it and a siren. And I hated drilling through that roof on that classic car, and it was a silly gumball roof, the thing. But I got to ride it around test drive it, and so I wasn't at work yet, but the guys said they saw the coolest thing in the world. It was a rainy, dark morning. And they said this whole squad of police cars were racing down the road. And they said there was my Impala with them being chased by the Army tank going like 55 miles an hour down the boulevard. And they were just going to some function or something. But they were like, he said, your car looked really cool chasing that Army tank. It's like, even with the gumball light blaring, and I wish I'd have seen it. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
One day I'll post a picture of it if I can find it. You know what? I've got time. Let's see if I can find that car. Maybe.
Clean restrooms.
I used to have all those pictures on Flickr, and then I quit Flickr. When they had new ownership. Smugmon bought them out, and they decided, how it's been free for all of you for all this time? Well, we're going to charge you $50 a year now. And it's another one of those things that pisses me off, because they said, well, it's good because for $50 you can have unlimited space. I'm like, it's not really the point. If it's unlimited space, then then your whole sob story about everything costing money and all this other stuff isn't going to work, because somebody could technically upload 1 billion pictures. But it pissed me off because it's another one of those things where they didn't have tiers. So basically, if I had, say, 3,000 pictures, I was going to have to pay the same amount a year as somebody that had 1 million pictures.
Yeah.
Make tiers, make it $15 a year for other things. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. That's why I quit Mixcloud.
No,
I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have the Impala picture. Oh well. I'll find it sometime.
Tears. It's too bad that the baby shampoo people never use that song for their commercials.
I used to think that whenever I'd hear that song, I would automatically think that Johnson's baby shampoo.
Remember the commercial said if your baby cries, gets this in their eyes and cries, they're not crying because of the shampoo. It's just because they're a stupid baby.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, talk about nothing particular, but just our good old English language. They had a sign in front of that gas station when people were driving in, and all it said was clean restrooms. Now, is that they're saying that their restrooms are clean, or is that like that's what they want you to do? Is that a command, or is that an advertisement?
Yeah, really.
I think it would say clean the restrooms. You'd be like, I just did that last time I drove by.
Now I'm going nuts. I gotta find that car now.
Yeah.
I've got
Now, of course,
988
they would have
photos. What?
Now, of course, they'd have a sign that says "Watch for needles."
Huh.
One of the funniest things that ever happened at work. I worked at Comcast, and we were in a big building that had covered with satellite dishes and everything, and there was a bunch of other media companies there, and they sent out an email to the whole building, and it said there's flu shots in the cafeteria today for $20. And one of my friends accidentally replied to all, which included everybody in all the companies. And he said, $20, maybe it'd be cheaper if we shared needles.
Huh.
He got a talking to, but I thought it was hilarious.
I've never had a flu shot.
I don't think you're missing out on anything.
Yeah.
Just everybody says, "Oh, I've had it. I've never gotten the flu with it." Everybody else says, "Yeah, I had the flu shot. I had the flu the next day." It's like, so
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I used to only get it because for a while my work had this thing where if you jumped through the hoops they told you to jump through, you'd save money on your insurance premium. And so that's the only time I was getting the stupid flu shots. I hated that.
Well, my insurance keeps wanting me to send them poop in the mail, which I think is illegal.
No, and it's fun. You don't get to send poop to people very often.
I guess.
You send them some naked pictures of you too.
Yeah, just headshots.
So I turned 65 in March, which means no more just regular insurance. Now I got to go on Medicare, and Medicare Part B is $202 a month.
Well, congratulations.
What is that for?
Medicare.
No, what's the B?
Oh, that's it's everybody basically gets A and B. A is hospitalization, B is doctor visits.
I think
Should ask Steve. He's probably had it for a while. $202 a month.
Good grief.
I was talking to my friend in Colorado, complaining about how expensive it is there, and I was kind of telling them how things are here, and our car insurance is about half as much. So I was telling them that. And then I looked up and I had just got like 3 emails from Progressive with policy changes. And I'm like, oh. So I looked at those and they're like, yeah, because of new laws in Florida and the fact that we haven't had anywhere near as many, had to spend as much on claims, all our people are going to be getting refunds on there. I'm like, oh, sweet. I bet you don't get that email in Colorado.
No.
Stupid emails.
Yeah.
Tampa Linen Service. There you go, Steve.
Oh, I used to go to that tampon service thing.
The lemon tampon?
Yeah.
Yeah, lemon flavored tamp. Oh, that's disgusting.
Seems like
Steve.
that's Sting. I bought some beets today.
Oh yeah, that's gross. But if you like them, then it's not gross.
No, I don't like them. I tried the juice twice and I
I
couldn't
used
do
to
it.
like beets.
So I bought some actual beets. I think I'm going to slice them real thin and deep fry them like beet chips. We'll see. Because I'm trying to eat beets for the lower my blood pressure since I don't go to the doctor.
But you can get the beetroot. I think it's beetroot, but when they put it all together, it looks like beetroot extract. Because I've seen like 18,000 ads for those on Facebook. You know, whenever I use the Facebook phone app, it's always nothing but ads.
I take those.
No, I found that. Go ahead.
But I figure an actual beet probably has a lot more beetroot in it than
But it doesn't have any beetroot because it's the beet thing. Well, I don't know. The beet is the root, but I don't.
Yeah, I
But
looked it
those
up.
are the
The
roots. I mean, because there's the beet. We got the beet, and then we got the root thing that sticks down from the beet. So does the beetroot come from that little bitty thing at the bottom, or the big beet?
It's the beet. It's the beet.
You know, they were
Because
only
the
called the
roots in
English beet in the United States. In England, they were just called the beet.
I thought they were called
We got the
general
beet.
public. So here's the Impala.
Nice.
Here's the car. And let me see. Let me find I had a couple other pictures of it. I had to download them from my Flickr, which I hadn't been to in probably 10 years. Yeah, here we go. I always liked the front end on those.
Yeah.
They kind of had that 63 or 62 Cadillac look or whatever.
They always used to call those W bumpers because from above it's kind of a wide W. And I think there was some controversy because the way the outer edge kind of had a kind of a point to it. If you were like walking past the car and it hit you, it would like grab you. I don't think it really mattered much of anything. Getting hit by a car sucks no matter how round or W-shaped it is.
Yeah, I think they were just, and my friend Dennis, he brought his car once, or he'd always talked about it, and then he brought it once, and he was going up late, and he was like, "Hey Timmy, could you park my car, please?" So me and James, my friend James, who did the Borso and Flakes voice, apologize. We had to take it around the neighborhood a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I grabbed one more. Can't see it. Way it crops everything out. That was my first project. The truck was a lot bigger than. It was like anyway. And Darren might recognize this. Right outside Blackhawk, down that off the road, those junk trucks. I went there one time and took some pictures around them.
Now, is that like something black that's stuck over the truck, or did somebody just steal that particular piece of sheet metal?
Stole that piece of sheet metal. Yeah, I've always seen those trucks since I was a little kid, and there was like 3 of them. And I finally went down and took some pictures. I mean, that's how, well, Tony knows, how well preserved they are in that dry climate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was like that in Northern California or a little summer place. There was always this was, late 60s, early 70s. So there was late 40s, early 50s cars on the side of the road with the hood up or whatever. And they just leave them there. What the hell? Hey, don't run no more. Let's just leave it over there.
It's like
I plan on fixing it up one day.
The Soviet, their fiberglass cars that never degraded. So they had all these bodies of defunct cars that were going to be around forever. Because they had like cotton. They were made of cotton.
Yeah. Well, the Trabant, East German Trabant.
The Trabants and stuff. Yeah.
Well, and they can't really bury them because the stuff that eventually does break down, but it's toxic. It pollutes the groundwater.
Figures.
Look again. Gas station attendants, period, and wearing uniforms.
Yep.
Where the heck is Gottschalk?
Yeah, we've given up on it a long time ago.
Yeah, and
I know.
the servicemen all look like cops too. That's what's funny.
Yeah, they had like
What
this
happened
cop
to your voice, Steve?
hats on.
I'm losing my voice. It's been that way since it got cold down here.
You get some Vicks Vapor Rub or something.
Yeah, bed.
That's actually a precious moment there. I haven't used it yet. Or maybe I did. I said, look at those legs. Is that a woman? And you were like, yes.
Well, I hope.
Yeah, you could tell back then.
What's he doing to that car?
He's
wiping it
rubbing
down.
What's
Pretending
he
it's the
wiping? And
woman.
what's he wiping? He's not wiping anything.
Probably
on that
using
car.
Vicks Vapor Rub on it.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
would be nice.
Well, that belongs to
Only
the
if-
orange
if-
chick because she got the car that matches her outfit. And then this fat guy is going to go take it back to the orange chick.
And then the penguin comes out of the ice cream store.
Pretty good, Steve.
I can only do that when I got a horse. That's when I did my best line is when I had a hoarse voice.
Yeah, you should record all kind of comedy bits with their voice all fucked up like this.
I sound better as Casey during this too, for some reason. Hello again, and welcome to American Top 40. I'm Casey. Yes, he sounds a lot better than
That's
Well, it always sounds good when you do. Oh, when I was
see, this fat
Really,
guy's hoping
really-
he's going to get some.
I bet he does. Let's keep watching.
I bet
when I
Casey.
was really sick, it's when my mom was in her hospice care or whatever. I was out in Colorado. I was real sick, and for some reason it was just, I don't know, it was just one day I could shriek like a dragon. I could make that sound. So I decided, well, you know what, I might as well take advantage of this, and I recorded it, me doing it a few times, and it ended up being that machine on Last Page of Summer that was, they had the big claw that was going up to grab Terry that was over the compactor, and it would go up and do that, and it worked out good. It's like, wow, I'm glad I finally found something for it. Worked perfect for that scene. It was worth being sick. No, it wasn't, but it was still, what is it? That saying about pee, if you got a pee and then make lemonade or tampon lemon service.
No,
Whatever.
nothing of the sort.
When life gives you lemons, go take a piss.
Yeah,
That's it.
but
So
if you're dreaming, don't piss when you're dreaming.
Well, my brain or whatever it is when I'm asleep, if I've got to pee, it's like every urinal is backed up, or if you got to go number 2, then it's like it's always these public restrooms and there's like poop flowing over the toilets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like your mind makes it so gross just so you get the heck out of bed and do what you got to
Yeah.
do instead of. So thank you, mind or body or whoever, or guardian angel, whoever's responsible for that.
Well, our brains have developed over thousands of millions of years. Sometimes
A
they
million
get things
years
right.
ago, you could just poop wherever you were. It didn't matter. It'd be like San Francisco.
Yeah, but I think humans never, don't shit where you eat. Is probably goes back a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, my bird would climb off my shoulder if he had to take a dump and then he'd climb back
Yeah.
on. I don't know if it's because he didn't want to stand on it or if he was just being polite.
No, he
You
was looking
dump
for
on
a
your-
car.
You take a dump on your lap and then come back up on your shoulder.
Yeah. Say, ergak.
I remember the Ergak or Ickerblatt.
Yep.
I like that name, Ickerblatt. It sounds like a vampire or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of Ichabod Crane. Kind of a
Ichabod.
vampire name.
He had an icky bod.
I think I'm the only one that liked that Sleepy Hollow movie.
Oh, the Johnny Depp one?
Yeah.
I don't remember not liking it. It's not really my bag. It's okay. It's very few movies that I've watched that I just absolutely didn't like.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen Johnny Depp in a movie. Oh, Edward Scissorhands, was that him?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, that was it's one.
What about that dumb Willy Wonka remake?
I never saw it.
You didn't miss anything. Wasn't very good.
I think he was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, maybe one of the early ones. What
I'm
he
not-
in? I guess they were all early, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm not big on horror movies. Never.
I'll never forget my grandpa was watching TV with me and they had a commercial for some movie. This was back in the 90s. They had a commercial for a movie. It was some B movie. It was a real young Johnny Depp. And it was like some Fort Lauderdale teen romp comedy or whatever. And it had Johnny Depp and Andrew Dice Clay. And they were just showing a commercial for the movie. And he goes, "Those are some no-name actors." I'll never forget that. It's kind of like my cousin Jerry. We were walking through a parking lot, and my favorite car ever was a '70 Coronet, Dodge Coronet, and we saw one. I'm like, oh, I was lusting over it, and he's like, "No resale value." I'm just
So did you hit him with a brick?
nowadays, you do what?
Did you
Yeah, I
hit him
know.
with a brick?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Like, first off, who the fuck asked you? And second off, shove it.
Yeah. Well, if it's no resale value, then I can get one cheap, can't I? Because it's like you can't. Of course, now, I mean, believe me, I would have loved to have had one of those, but you can't find them for under probably 40 or 50 grand.
Yeah.
And that's the base model. If
Yeah.
you're talking about a high performance, you're going to be like closer to probably $500,000.
Well, there was that CUDA I found a couple of weeks ago on cars.com. It was like 150 grand. That was a 6-pack 4-speed CUDA. Decent
Yeah, there's
shape,
one
all
that goes
stock.
to our car shows. Yeah, there's one that goes to our car meets that the guy paid like 200 grand for it. Crazy. I mean, they're just pony cars. They're just something about the. Yeah, I was wrong, Darren. I had told you that ponies are generally cheaper. That's not really the case. It's just that Mopars are expensive all around, no matter what you buy. That's kind of what it is. Because you can buy
Yeah, 'cause
a Chevy, a Capri, what do you, a Chevelle, but they don't go for nearly as much as like the Dodges and Plymouths do.
yeah, because GM and Ford sold a lot more than Chrysler did.
Yeah.
Car talk.
And the especially the Challengers and Barracudas were, the E-body, which came out in '70, so they were kind of late to the game.
Yeah, they still had a 4-year run.
Yeah, but it was 3 of those. 2 of those years were in the dork years.
Yeah, but just you take the bumper pads off and put a better engine, or take the catalytic converter off. I would think it wouldn't be a big deal to make a 74 into a 70.
I just, yeah. I mean, styling's subjective. I just prefer the Challenger. I prefer the 70. The CUDA, either the 70 or the 71 look really cool.
Well, it's just a grill insert. You take out the grill and put in the 70 grill.
Now then you got the side marker lights, and trust me, it just has a whole different feel to it. It has a whole different vibe. I can't. It's just something I feel.
Yeah.
Mainly because also my life was wonderful because we lived in Northern California near the San Francisco Bay Area, and my childhood was just bliss. It was wonderful. And then my dad retires, and he decides to move us to Hawaii, and not the nice part of Hawaii, but the sugarcane field part of Hawaii. And so I'm a complete fish out of water. I'm the only white kid in the whole damn school. It's shit, and I hated it. And that was 1970. So cars made up to 1970 give me a different vibe from ones afterward.
Well, that's kind of how I feel like about Kansas City.
Yeah. But I eventually made peace with Hawaii. I don't hate Hawaii the way you hate Colorado. But still, it was...
Well, no, I made peace with Colorado, and then I moved back there, and it basically brought all the ghosts and skeletons back, and then I hated it again, even more than I did before. No, there was a time when Darren moved out there and lived in the mountains before we moved out there that I was getting to like it, the place. That lip gloss.
Don't forget your earrings, Steve. No, Lauren had thought, we're selling hoop earrings on TV, and Lauren had said, guys can wear these too, and guys can have multiple piercings, and I'm trying not to laugh my butt off.
Well, you know what blondes use those hoop earrings for? Leg rests or foot rests. Think about it a while.
That sounds painful, actually.
Okay, Crowder.
Is that why they're like just the size of a big toe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Steve, how come you don't wear that wig anymore?
What wig?
The pink one or the red one?
The long hair red one.
Yeah, you've had you've had a couple weeks used to where you had the Vulcan one and then you've had the girly one.
Yeah.
Are you out of
I
your
don't think-
Vulcan
No, I
mind?
remember wearing the dark blonde one as a hippie, but
Yeah.
that red one, that
Well,
red
you had a
one,
lot of wigs you'd wear.
Yeah.
that red one was just I was going to use that to cut up for the hoodoo hair, and I figured it was going to look weird, so I didn't. But I should have used that. I think it's in the storage bin somewhere out in the garage. It's probably all
Oh, did you
moldy.
see that comment I made, Steve, for you to look a song for you to look up?
What's that?
Concrete Blonde, Darkening of the Light.
Oh, that's a good song.
A good song.
Concrete Blonde?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
80s band, right? Or was it 90s?
Not early night. That at least that song I'm talking about came out like 93 or 94.
90 or
90? Is that old?
or late 89, yeah.
Wow.
Because I remember I was thinking, I really liked 90s music, and I looked up all the songs I liked, and they were all 90.
Is that the name of the band, Concrete Blonde?
Yes.
Yeah, that's technically still the 80s.
The song is what?
The Darkening of the Light.
The Darkening. I'm just making a note of the light.
It's a good song.
Not the light, but the light.
She had a voice very much like Dusty Springfield, kind of a raspy voice. I will say this there, that the 90s, the women kind of owned it. The women had such good songs in the 90s. They really did.
Seems to
So,
me I
you
had
know,
a Concrete Blonde song.
It was in
Yeah, they
the
had it.
2006 or 7. I was watching VH1, and they had a show about No Doubt, who I'd never even heard of. And I ended up liking them. And so, what's their 90s big 90s song?
Don't Speak.
Yeah, yeah. So that's like my favorite 90s song. It reminds me of the 90s, even though I didn't hear it till the 2000s.
Yeah.
We call it a
You know,
local band out here.
that
Actually, my
was,
my late friend Art, actually, I think he met Gwen Stefani once.
Oh, cool, cool.
The only Concrete Blonde
Cool.
song I have was called Joey.
Joey's
want
It's
that
always
one.
good. It's on the same album. It's called Bloodletting. It was about vampires. But no, Find Darkening of the Light. It's even better than Joey. But also the Tomorrow Wendy's good. Hey, hey, goodbye. Tomorrow Wendy's gonna die. That's a
That
little
another-
slow though.
Concrete Blonde song?
Huh?
That another Concrete Blonde song?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all from the same album. It was a pretty classic album. It's a really good
Wendy is called Wendy's Gonna Die.
one. Tomorrow Wendy is what it's called. You don't have to play that. It's probably a little depressing and slow for your
Oh,
show. But
I'll find
Darkening of the Light's a good one. No, what reminded me of it is Steve played a song from The Cure, that popular one they did.
Oh, love song.
Yeah. And it took me back to working for Wheeler, and it just like took me back to being on a sunny day with the ladder and painting a house, because there was the station we listened to played it as bumper music a lot, and it's funny, music can just kind of take you back.
Yeah.
And I never liked the song, but it kind of made me feel good.
Yeah, well, that song was just all over the radio, kind of in the background. I never really paid attention. I knew it was there, but didn't really.
There's not much to it really, but I did realize how much Aha sounded like the singer.
Mhm.
Had almost the same exact singing style. Oh, yeah, Wendy Lou said, "What?"
I trying to say not
well,
you.
Yeah, not you. No, it's a concept album about vampires. So maybe one of the main people because they had a song called Joey, and they had one. It doesn't mean she's going to die. I mean, it's about vampires. Who knows what their story was about? But it's a good song.
I just, it just baffles me that you can't play. We've bitched about it before. Can't play clips.
Yeah, we got to at least try to do this on Rumble or something. I'd love to play clips of some of these songs.
Yeah, look, I gotta remember to look into that or something, Or
Yeah, you said we were gonna try to figure out ways that we can do stuff different.
yeah.
I don't know if like Wendy Lou, if she it's got a Rumble account. I mean, you could watch the videos on Rumble, but I think to comment you might have to get an account, which isn't a big deal. I mean, you
I
see
have
an
a
account,
Rumble.
yeah, it's not bad to have a Rumble account because
So Rumble doesn't make a fuss if you play like a clip of a song, maybe.
I don't think so. They're much more tolerant than YouTube. YouTube is just like they wait to nab. They just love nabbing you on stuff.
They're
Especially
not going
if
to
you
tell
play
you
your own
during
song.
the show. It's it's always afterward. Oh, this has been removed. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, that pisses me off. If they're gonna do that, at least give you a warning during the show.
Yeah.
You know, just
What can they? I don't know how they would do that during the show unless they monitor.
Well, it's Al Gore and his rhythm, you know.
Al Gore and his rhythms.
Oh, Wendy knows the song. She said it is a good song, and she does have a Rumble account. Okay, well, she's basically our whole audience. Her and Fidesco and Lewis. But I don't know. I don't think Lewis and Fidesco would have Rumble accounts. I'm sure they can get them.
You're supposed to do this as we have thousands of listeners and viewers.
Darn.
I kind of gave up on that.
You never know. We might move over to Rumble or Odyssey or something, and then become, millions of viewers.
No, well, you basically have to
fail.
be able to humiliate yourself on air and talk about how fat you are and how you can't wipe your own rear end and
I can
all
do
that
that.
stuff, and then you get viewers.
I can start.
Yeah,
doing-
I mean,
I'm
I've got
fat. I can't wrap my rear end.
I've got a Transforma channel on Rumble,
Mm.
and I'll have I post my Transforma videos on Rumble the night before I put them on YouTube, and it's like, say YouTube. Let's like, what is the last one I put up with the jet in the park? That's got like 6,000 views. I put it up three weeks ago.
Mm.
I could put it up on Rumble. I guarantee you, it probably has no more than like 20 views.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I get hardly anything on Rumble, but like I said, it's a good place to live stream because then we can still put our precious moments on YouTube.
Yeah.
Those videos, because those are screened, we won't have songs in them. But
Like I said before, I could even simulcast on QStar and have a whole 2 people listen. No, I get.
yeah, I've got Transforma on Rumble. I've got it on Odyssey too, but I haven't really done much for Odyssey in a while. But Odyssey's more tolerant. You can put more uncensored stuff on there.
Yeah.
YouTube is just so goodness.
Uptight, everything's all right.
That's right, uptight.
Uptight.
Who did that? Uptight, everything is all right.
Stevie Wonder.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a good song. I'm surprised. I'm not used to him doing good songs. Really, I've never been a Stevie Wonder fan. I think The Girl Is Nine. That's about the only one I like that he did.
No, that was Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. That was.
Never mind.
Now Paul McCartney and Stevie
all
Wonder
sing.
did Ebony and Ivory and Black and Blue.
Black and blue, yeah.
So they beat each other up after this.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been funny?
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, we all get along great. It's wonderful. And then bang, bang.
Oh, that'd be funny. You play Ebony and Ivory, and in the background, you got all this punching sound effects.
Hey, that's my bicycle. Hey.
How to do that? Ebony and Ivory, perfectly.
It was like a Paul McCartney impersonator, wasn't it? And Stevie Wonder didn't know, and they just released it anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
That wasn't really Paul McCartney.
I think he was making a joke because he was blind. and
Hey,
he didn't
but
know the
I'm
difference.
gullible. You know how that. Oh, look at the time.
Talk about SNL not being funny. Eddie Murphy was on SNL. He was only a couple of seasons before he became a huge movie star that nobody's remembers anymore. But he had Stevie Wonder on, and he was teaching Stevie Wonder how to impersonate Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
It was funny as all hell.
There's rumor that Stevie Wonder was not actually blind. I've heard the rumors of that.
I don't believe it.
It was all right. But and Murphy's telling you, no, you got to move your neck. You got to act like your neck's broke. You got to just move it.
And if he's teaching Richard Charles, he's like, no, you only move your head to one side, not both.
Ray Charles.
Ray
yeah.
Charles. Ray Charles.
So, yeah.
Ray. Children.
Look at the time. I gotta go.
All right.
We all have to
thanks for
go.
hanging out, Wendy and Lewis, and Kendra, if you're still there. Hope we didn't bore you too much. We were Gottschalk really screwed us over and kind of
Yeah, dang that Gottschalk.
yeah.
But anyhow.
Night, everybody.
Night,
But now say your goodbyes to the audience, because then I'll press the button before half of us leave.
Oh, well.
All right. Goodbye,
Bye,
audience. See you,
everybody. I
Wendy.
mean
Bye,
the
everybody.
audience. Bye.
Have
Bye.
a good day, night, week.
Now I've